there. Welcome to the show. I'm on Sue's computer. I'm getting a new computer. So I'm going to make a trip into Victoria tomorrow, British Columbia, the capital of Vancouver Island, the capital of British Columbia, Canada. And we're going to give my old onesie, my Hewlett Packard onesie, got a onesie. Just a sliver there. And so I've gotten rid of that and I'm buying a more powerful computer. So I can open multiple windows, comes real handy on the political channel I got. 6:38, yeah, 3:38. What the hell? Come on in early, right? What the hell? I'm here. Kids are here, so why not? Are you on drugs? Bam, bam, bam. Were you able to hear any of that? I had Link Ray on playing the Mighty Rumble. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Apparently, that is what they call an A minor pentatonic riff. Like, he's just going up the A minor. Da, 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 da. Anyway, it's a great song. And, it was the first instrumental, maybe the only instrumental ever to be banned because, it was insurrecting all the youngsters. The little kids was all getting all too pumped up about it. Anyway, welcome aboard. I'm Rachel's Ghost. This is the #1 streaming channel, live streaming channel in the vinyl community. There's no doubt about it. Please don't get a new computer if it enables your political channel. Holy shit. I'll do my best, Paul. Marty in Oregon, we love him. He's one of our best. And one of my favorite channels, we're talking about channels and stuff I like. My mouse is going all over the place. This is Sue's computer. Like I say, I've disassembled my onesie and it's sitting over by the door, ready to be shipped out tomorrow. We're going to drive. And we bought him a little bistro set for his balcony where he is in town there. So the boy needs a bistro set. Get an old computer and give up on that freeless. Well, it comes in handy here as well, right? It's just better, more power. And so that's what I want to do. Rumble makes me want to stick people. Holy smokes, Paul, you're all fired up. Sticking the kids. Fell in love with Vancouver as a child. I watched a movie about a harmonica player who had a cute dog. I was a budding harmonica player at the time, about 10 years old. The movie was set in Vancouver. I used to live in Burnaby. Burnaby is a suburb of Vancouver in the 60s. I was there. The #1 channel, Britannia. Britannia rules the waves. Well, I'm the #1 live streaming channel. I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Best in the business, often imitated. A few can compete, quite frankly. I also hate the Rumble. You hate the Mighty Rumble? Love the clip with, Play It Loud. It's got Jack White and The Edge from U2 and, of course, Jimmy Page. And they're sitting there and they're playing the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, here's my friend, David from Safe Sound Audio, Texas. He just interviewed, holy smokes, Bernie Grundman. Are you kidding me, Bernie Grundman? Yes, it's all true. Angelo Kelly, we love you, the pride of Ireland. And Germany, dare I say, Germany married a lovely German girl. And it just knocks me out that you're a regular viewer here, Angelo. I take great pride in the fact that there's some kind of humor in all this that you find identifiable. I got a Mac Mini 4 recently. Its speed is impressive. Yeah, I'm doing PC. I've always been PCs for my computers, notwithstanding Apple's lovely design ethic. I can't wait till you can open 35 fake news boomer memes at a time to make Blake come. Holy smokes, that is sexy. You're just talking me up, aren't you? Get me all warmed up. Well, Rachel's so skinny. What's up, Rach? Well, Tom, the diet continues. I'm working on it. I'm dropping the pounds, slimming down, It's a thing. Grundman is doing interviews with fascists. Now, David's no fascist. That's a timeout right away just for using that. Block user, never. Put user in timeout. Eric, I'm putting you in a timeout. I don't know how long I timed you out for. You're just in the timeout, so we'll see how you do. No, David is not a fascist at all. Praise God. Do you hear about Hitler? Yeah, he just created peace in the Middle East. Holy shit. Deal with that. Richard said you lost weight. Is that including your breasts? Renee, I'm so glad you asked that question. A lot of people inquire about my bountiful bosom. I'm happy to say, Renee, because of the miracle of modern science, these babies ain't going anywhere. This is all, what do they call them? What do they make them out of? Styrofoam, or, if they have the words silicone. Not touched by silicone. I'm so high above me. I'm thinking of me. The bosom's still ample, I say. Yeah, it's too ample. It's really, it's quite ample. I need to contact Kevin Gray to get a quote on mastering an album for vinyl. Sean, that could be quite pricey. Quite pricey. The guy's probably very busy. I love the band Gentle Giant. Gentle Giant. I have to read that. Love Gentle Giant, the band. Wow. I've never been timed out. Me, am sad. Angelo, all you have to do is go full commie. Just go become a communist, corrupt commie bastard. I'll time your ass out, no matter how famous, no how popular you may be. Chickens, Rachel. Renee loves breasts. Yes, he does. And Renee is a boob man. Renee, would you self-describe as a boob man? Let me know in the comments below. Not everybody is. Some people prefer a fine rump. Some people like the gentle slope of a woman's thigh. Poor gals, we just get picked apart by you men folk. You're just looking and doing stuff. Anyway, welcome aboard the Tuesday program. Boy, I tell you, it's so tempted, I was tempted to kind of bag the Tuesday show just because at this age, I'm really enjoying the days off. I've been so busy with my beloved genealogy. I'm doing all that, having a lot of fun with it. I found a new line of relatives that came out of County Clare, Ireland, and they ended up coming to the States. I just loved them. Hey, Rach, can you arrange a 1-to-1 with Tokyo Brian and I? We could do it on your show. The viewing figures would be phenomenal. Think about it. Nothing I would love more. Brian has said no to the whole idea. He's just not into it. But, you're allowed to do what you want. And, of course, Jim, you're welcome here to air grievances or explain your position, especially if Rob's not here. Because, I don't care. I'm relaxed. You can say your full spiel in order to, whatever pleases you, we'll do it. Love seeing the lefties squirm. God bless Donald Trump. Amen to that, Rob Walker. You're so right. Greatest president ever. I just love him. Everything's going great. Rachel, I like boobs and I like a pussycat. You like a pussycat? Holy smoke. Game Day Guru joining us. Game Day Guru, pride of the Mariners. He's a Mariners fan. We got the American League playoffs going right now. Toronto versus the Mariners. I think the Mariners may be up in that one. Let me know in the comments below. Hey, Rach, tax the rich 150% of their income. Is that good, Rach? No, it's stupid. That's commie stuff. You want your ass timed out? Keep talking that way. You horrible. This is why your channel is the biggest in the vinyl community. It's not the biggest. It's just simply the very best. It's the standard by which all others are judged. And we know it. And we're happy about it. We're proud of the effort we put in. And by gum. And that's one of my favorite expressions. You're going to get a whole bunch. You'll learn those expressions. Michael Chavez, or original definition of a fascist, someone to the left of Stalin. My God, Joseph Stalin, new definition. Anyone that disagrees with a Democrat. Correct, Michael. Correct. Absolutely. Curtis the cat, the little orange tabby, he's doing great. He's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I am a big Trump supporter, so that's for what you do. Well, God bless you, Game Day Guru. Nothing wrong with that. Rob Walker, are you getting the UK digital ID? There's no escaping it. Well, this is a problem, right? Digital ID. Listen, they're trying to bring this everywhere. Trying to bring it to Canada. We talked a bit about Canada, America, what's going on. And low key, Tito has joined us. Go Mariners. Hey, Tito, my favorite of the Jackson family. Tito, it was the one that always, if Michael was getting emotional, it would always be Tito that would hand him a tissue. Tito, hand me a tissue. And Tito would be there, Kleenex box in hand. Here you go, Michael. And he'd be ready with that Kleenex at a moment's notice, which makes for a great band member. If you're in a band, Angelo Kelly will back me up on this. You got to have a good Kleenex man. Rob Walker, let the music play. Thumbs up for you. Curtis is the bestest cat ever. Bestest cat. Let's make it go. Curtis, the best cat. We love Curtis. Now, okay, let's see what this could be a criticism. Remember, there's no such thing as a bad boy, and we endorse Brian here on the channel. Brian is an impertinent little phony. Well, I disagree with that. Who issued a false copyright strike that resulted in the termination of my beloved channel, but I forgive him. I hope he's well. That last section is so beautifully put. I forgive him. I hope he's well. That is words to live by. That is our mantra. That is our mandate. Those are words to live by. Rob Walker, we're going to reject digital IDs. Starmer is an irrelevant clown. Well, there goes my trip to old Blighty. They'd arrest me as soon as I touch down, man, I tell you. Stuff the ID, our good friend Simon from South England. He's around Hampshire area, Surrey, England. So he's somewhere in there. We will reject digital ID. Let's repeat. Rachel, I was about to say something nice before you time me out. Herc, you were a bad boy. I had to time you out indiscriminately. Concert Buddies subbed. Concert Buddies, more than one. There's Concert Buddy. Now there's Concert Buddies. New channels. We're talking some of my favorite channels today. Thought we'd mention that. It's always good to promote other channels of vinyl community. Mr. Stickermania Frank rising high in the hit parade. Mean Joe Mayo, incredible Joe Mayo, longtime Beatle maniac, Beatle expert. We love Dr. Rick here on the channel. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of experience as a guitar player too, by the way, boys and girls. He's a guitar player. Simon, great meetup on Saturday. Rob Walker, when are you coming up here again so I can talk to you about your meetups in the vinyl community? Simon, you're welcome to come up as well and tell me about it. Matthew Petty, have you lost weight? You look different. Yeah, I lost a few pounds. I got to admit. But, I worked out. Yesterday was a fasting day. I do a 24-hour fast each and every week. And, so we do the thing. Richard's Vinyl Tap House. Richard, how come you haven't come up on the TV show to tell us about your tap house? Do you want to come up and tell the kids about your channel? You're welcome to do so. It's a big invite, okay? That's what we call it. Because we love our vinyl community people, and we all have our favorite channels. Mazzy, Norman Maslow makes the list. Obviously, we love the legend that is Norman Maslow. And I love Rob. Rob the Waxed, my buddy. He's been with me thick and thin. Good man. We love him here. Kitchen sink recommendation for you, Rach. Look back in anger. I've seen it. The one and only Richard Burton. Is Malcolm McDowell in that? Let me know in the comments below. If it's the one with Malcolm McDowell, I have seen it. Let me know in the comments below. Who Are You? Deluxe box set drops on Halloween with the Atmos mix. Michael, are you going to grab that one? I think Prog Hat's already lined up for it. These deluxe box sets. Who Are You? Is it their greatest album? Does it deserve this massive thing? Oh, Melinda Murphy also is an incredible channel. Absolutely. We love Melinda. There's no BS about that lady. She knows what to do. Okay, I got a kid joining me all the way from I think he's in we'll talk to him. Are you still in the great state of Texas, David?
I am.
Is your microphone working?
I don't know.
He's all muted.
Not working?
Sunshine lollipops. Wonderful is what I say when David and I are.
Is it working now? Can you hear me now?
Better than a muted penny. We can't hear you. Holy smokes. That is just crazy.
Try it again.
The pressing plant wants $50 a track, amazingly affordable. I have no idea, David, what's going on with your sound and why you're not going to. The picture's beautiful. You got a great picture. You're coming in bright and cheerful. I think David's saying he's having fun and it's just a thrill to be here, and he'll be back shortly if he can get that sound working out. Okay, Malcolm McDowell isn't in it, but he's a poor cow, another British realistic drama. Okay, so which film did he star in that was kind of like Don't Look Back in Anger? Let me know in the comments below. The last two album with Moon the Loon. Yes, it is. He sadly passed away just kind of around when that came out. 1978, was that our year? I can hear him. What, you can hear him? Hang on, maybe it's me. If you guys can hear him, hold on, then it's my problem. Hold on, I got a problem here. It's my system. Hang on, I'm on my Scoozy's computer here. My Michael. Hang on, David, come back in. We're going to get you. It's my fault, David. Hang on. All right, hang on. Let me get you. David, it's my fault. I got to get something so I can hear you on the speaker.
You there?
Okay. Oh, hang on. There's got to be a way. Okay, so speakers. I got to go to my settings. Hang on, David. We're going to get an audio. Audio output. Default speakers. Oh. Hang on. Okay. Try now, David.
Hello.
Okay, I hear you. I got to pump up the volume. Is he loud for you kids? It's my fault here. Okay, hold on. Now try again.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you good enough to do the show. I'm buying a new computer, so the one I normally use, which is all set up for streaming, it's at the doorway ready to go to my son as a gift. Welcome aboard. My apologies. It was my fault. Are you thinking of Lucky Man or Clockwork Orange? No, I will get the name of the film I'm talking about shortly. Hang on. Oh, my God. Malcolm. I'm everything McDowell. Yeah. Do you like him?
Time After Time with Mary Steenburgen.
Yeah, she was cute. Holy, so she married Ted Danson.
She did. She married up.
Okay, Lindsay Britannia. Okay, Raging Moon. It was one of his early films. Wasn't he an F or whatever? Let me look at it.
Clockwork Orange. I know. Remember that?
Yeah, I own that.
Ugh,
let's go. Filmography, awards, performances, career, acting. He does voice acting as well. Okay. Royal. Oh yeah, he was in If, the 12th greatest British film of the 20th century. That's a Criterion film. It's available on YouTube. If you look for it, you can get it. I thought he was in Look Back in Anger. Why do I keep thinking that? Oh, Lucky Man. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe that's the one. Oh, Lucky Man. That could be it. Yeah, it would have to be Oh, Lucky Man. I thought it was Look Back in Anger. Anyway, don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Welcome, everybody. Okay, what is this? Rachel, this guy really thinks we're going to talk to David about this. We'll give him full redress opportunity. Buckingham Nicks beats the original pressing. How can we trust his judgment, knowing both his politics? Well, his politics are absolutely worth your price of admission. He'll set you straight, and perhaps there'll be repentance in your heart, and you will move on from death into life. We'll see. But no promises. Knowing both his politics and his hearing are shite, to use a British pronunciation. David, tell me about Buckingham Nicks, recently reissued on Rhino label. How did they do, David? Why do you prefer it over the OG?
Well, it wasn't. It was pretty close, actually.
It's pretty close, you buggers.
Yeah, well,
sorry, David, I'm getting pumped up with these kids.
People look at numbers and they don't really listen to what I'm saying. So, but that's normal for Hookmar. So, but anyway,
yes.
So I would say that the new one had a little more richness and depth, but I really like the original's clean sound. It has a certain early clean sound to it that I really like a lot. So they're a little bit different, but I thought definitely you had a little more meat on the bone with the hi-fi version.
Okay.
And frankly, to find an older one, it costs a lot more money. So
it does. It does. Hard to find them clean. Now, here's the deal, David. What is the mythos? What is the mystique? What is the cachet? What is the draw on Buckingham Nicks? It gets a lot of press. It gets a lot of profiling here in the vinyl community. Is it justified? Why does this even occur with this album? It's highly sought after.
Well, it was an album that it's one of like a movie that, isn't popular when it comes out. And then later on, like It's a Wonderful Life, for example. I mean,
Yes.
this album really matured, I think, over time because of Fleetwood Mac. And you could see the early stages of Fleetwood Mac 2.0, as I call them, in this record. And I think the mystique of it being hard to find, unavailable. Nobody thought they'd ever reissue it, frankly, because the word was Stevie and Lindsay didn't really like it.
Oh, so they ixnayed it a little bit when it came out. It's popular. Is the cover help it with its nudity, or there's something
it doesn't hurt.
Sexy?
That's for
My
sure.
sympathies to anyone buying Buckingham Nicks. Crap. He's running out of craps to give.
Yeah.
It's a good record. David feels it's a good record, but he says it's overrated. What do you think about that?
I think, I mean, as a record, I'd give it about a 7 in terms of, material, but it's formational. It's like some of the Dylan stuff. It isn't always great, but it's formational in
you can
what it
see the
has.
echoes of that, the promise of that would be realized in Fleetwood Mac's self-titled and Rumors.
Yeah, I mean, if they never went to Fleetwood Mac, nobody would care about that record. Believe me.
Greg, we love you. 3-dimensional music. He's in the house. 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
So, David, you recently had the great pleasure, the privilege of interviewing the legend that is Bernie Grundman. Grundman pressings are highly desired, highly sought after because Bernie did it. And everybody goes, whoa, one of the best in the game. So what do you think? How'd you get him? And was it difficult? Was it easy? And tell me about the experience, if not the actual. Oh, and we also have the legend, equally great, Kevin Gray. Enjoyed our sit down the other day, David. It was great
Kevin.
to meet you. So talk to us about both Kevin. Bernie, Kevin. Tell us how you're getting these big names in. This is kind of, what do you call it? Steve Westman ground. We love Steve. Big shout out and a big Canadian salute to Steve Westman over in Vancouver. Go ahead, David. Tell us about the interviews.
Well, I wanted to go to the coast to do some interviews. It's kind of been I say a dream, but I kind of wanted to get to that point.
Yeah.
And so Kevin and I had communicated several times before on some reissues he did, and he's really great to communicate with. And so so I just told him I'd be in the area, kind of thing. Bernie, I knew some people that know Bernie, and he doesn't really email much. He goes through other people. So it was just over time, finally got to the right connections, and it just worked out. And then I went to RTI and met Don McGuinness from RTI as well.
Yeah.
So
holy smokes.
They were, very, very genuine kind of, Bernie I had never talked to or anything or emailed. So I didn't know what to expect, but he just starts. I mean, before I even got a camera set up, he was giving me his life story, and he just has a wealth of knowledge and history. So it was just very interesting, but they treated me like they knew me their whole life. I mean, it was really great.
Have you done any work with our friend Anthony from Victoria, the classical music? What's Anthony's Audiophilia, the channel Audiophilia?
I know the channel, but no, I haven't done any work with them.
You guys got to get together because you would speak the same language. He's a wonderful guy, and he's originally from England, now living in Victoria, British Columbia, my hometown, Scoozy's hometown. And I would love to see you guys get together.
You've got both our emails. Would you connect us so we?
I would happily, David. I would happily facilitate that. Yeah, Anthony, Audiophilia, and on Wednesday, I believe he does his live streams on Wednesday. And I'm a big fan of his. He's a super nice guy. Talk about channels I like. Audiophilia's got to be one. And David's own channel. If you care about pressings, you care about the music you're listening to and understanding what makes a good recording, what makes a bad recording, then you want to. There he is. He's right there. Hang on. Let me not drop the ball on that. I got Sue's computer. The mouse is a little wacky. Everything's a little wacky here. Audiophile right Anthony. Here. So I'll email Anthony and then I'll get you because David is a David and not a Dave, and you're an Anthony, not a Tony. So you guys are, audiophiles. You know your names. You know how you like
We're
to be
both no
addressed.
baloney kind of guys.
No baloney.
No.
Absolutely. All killer, no filler, as the industry says.
I met Mike also at the In Groove. I stopped through there as well.
Oh, okay. So you're able to get into Arizona.
Yeah, I drove on the way back. I drove through there. So
yeah, my dad, I remember in the 70s, because we're up in Canada, my dad, I guess he misheard the great old song Arizona, da, 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 Arizona. Well, that thing, my dad thought the guy was singing Hair Restorer.
Oh my goodness.
Hair Restorer.
Oh
like
my
he was
gosh.
some sort of Yul Brynner like entity, and talking about getting a hair restoring product of some sort.
Did he think Niagara was Viagra? Did he get that one wrong too? Or
I don't know. I don't know if that was in his wheelhouse. My dad was very old school. The Beatles were too modern, too hip. Like he's gone. My dad's long gone. But I still remember the early 90s. Okay, we're in the early 90s. He comes up to me. Hey, there's this band I like. I got to admit, there's this one band I'm actually starting to like from your kind of music. I go, oh, yeah, Dad, what do you got? Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, what is it, Dad? And he goes, listen to this. Oh, when I hear you calling, let me hear you SOS. When you're down, how do I? Yeah, and I go, Dad, that's ABBA. He goes, yeah, they're great. I'm going to, I go, that's pretty good, Dad. In a few years, you can work your way up to the Monkees. So anyway, that was his, so I had a very deprived childhood from my parents in terms of the collection. It wasn't like I had parents go, here's our number one first pressing of Please Please Me from UK. Let's listen to this. My parents hated the Beatles. They weren't in it. Okay, what do you think about this? Rob Walker, these VC freeloaders, they make him actually what's known as physically it. He's discomfited. David?
What freeloaders is he speaking of?
Well, I'm not sure. Is he referencing your own fine self?
I don't know. I'm the most unfreeloader guy there is.
He's not a freeloader, okay? He's a hard-working audiophile doing it himself. Okay, let's take a look at what Loki says. Hey, Rach, David is exactly the kind of fresh blood you need on this Patreon channel. He's divisive, but is not a useless sack of lard. Now, how about that?
Wow.
2 times
now
apology.
That's a compliment if I've ever seen one.
He's just fired up. These young people, David, when you reach out to an often distraught and fragmented world, and you come in with the gift of unification that I've brought in with love and reconciliation, and by gum, David, you know my philosophy, there's no such thing as a bad boy. And here on this channel, we inculcate these young boys. We help dare I say, help ferment values, hard work. It's almost like Boy Scouts for the remedial, and we just love it. Speaking of the remedial, speaking of the Boy Scouts, I see 2 of my pals are here. Mazzy is in the house, and we also have Rob the Wax. Let's see if they want to come up and talk to what's known as the vinyl community. We're talking favorite channels today. David, do you have a couple of go-tos that you love other than Rachel's Ghost? Obviously, this is top tier for live streaming. But, these other channels that are out there content creating.
Concert Buddy is one that I enjoy quite a bit.
We love Concert Buddy.
Steve Westman's channel.
Yeah, he's legend.
I also enjoy, I can't think of what the Vinyl Latte. Vinyl Latte.
Tell me about Vinyl Latte. That one may be under my radar.
He has a little different take on everything, and he does some good research on vinyl and goes to shows and things. So I've run across him a couple times. I enjoy his content as well.
Love the comments. Love the shouting out of the channels. But get this. Is this an accurate statement in your opinion? A boot sale is inferior to a flea market. What do you prefer if you had your choice? Would you go to the trunk of a car, or would you go out and see the little car, the little towel or whatever laid out in the fair out there on the sidewalk, and the goods are just there to be looked at?
I've probably found more in boot sales than I have flea markets. So.
Okay, this is powerful. Maslow, what work? You wouldn't know what a day's work would look like if it hit you between the eyes. This is a high-powered criticism of Norman Maslow. He's retired, Rob Walker. I caution, I hasten to caution you. And by way of reminder, now, David, are you right side in or upside down? Have I got you mirrored properly? Is this your world right?
Right hand. I look right, correct to me.
Because I could do you like
Nope,
this.
that's wrong. The other way
That's
was right.
all wacky. Okay.
Yeah, that's
fine. There we go. This is a real world David lives in. Okay. What do you think about this comment? It's controversial. I really like Bernie Grunman. It's a shame that Michael Fremer lumps him in with cocaine cutting, vinyl mastering, and cutting engineers from the 80s. Wow. Critics, that's up.
Yeah, it's funny. Bernie talked a lot about the stuff that was going on back then that he kind of stayed out of. So,
yeah.
Holy
smokes. We love PB Thal. This is another one of the great channels. You know, if you can't do my stream, you got to do the Patrick. I just love Patrick. He's helped me out with my own stereo system with a myriad of questions. He's a gear guy. He knows a lot about gear, as well as the pressings and records to buy if you're a child. Okay, hold on, Shadi. Let's see if we can get Shani. We don't know who's ever going to be up here. Rachel's Kevin Gray, his new account. He's here. I know. I'm thrilled. Okay, David, are you one of those that will put yourself on the line and say, I do prefer, if I was to go head to head with Kevin or Bernie, I choose this, that? Or would you be more equanimable and go, I love both boys. They're good boys. I love both of their efforts.
Yeah, they're both good, and they both have different approaches, but yield very consistent results.
Okay, this is heading close down. Leland Finstag, one of our best and brightest. David, did Bernie Grunman lose his home, and where is he residing now?
Yes, he did. They're residing in a temporary apartment, and they're working to rebuild in the same spot. But he didn't even get back to his place in time to get anything.
Yeah, he hasn't been back.
Bad.
Now they've wiped that whole thing out, and now it's for housing for poor people.
I don't know. He said they are pursuing getting rights to be able to build right back where they were.
Wow.
So I
don't know how. That.
Yeah, I don't know how much of this stuff is BS versus, he was very firm. They're going to build where they were. Yeah. So.
Okay, our good friend PB Thels had his dyslexia kick in. He believed both myth. Believe both myth. Absolutely, PB Thel.
That's easy for him to say.
Okay, PB Thel also says, how many master tapes went down with the house? Did that come up in discussion, David?
Well, he has his own business studio in a large building, and all the master tapes are kept there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many personal copies of a tape he might have, but he didn't have any owned by others there.
Love this comment. Renee, I just love this young liberal, Renee. And Dave the Pickup Artist, they have the best singers. They sure do, Herc. They've spent years perfecting their comedy. I'm going to stick around in here today. Thanks, Rachel. Okay, Shadi. No problem. Okay, and here we go. Dr. Rick Wax, did I see you doing a short showing off a Citation 5 tube amp? Let's hear it. Oh, Rach, myth is music in the house. Okay, I know what it is. They cut Asia from his personal copy, I do believe. Can you confirm that, David?
I cannot confirm or deny that. I don't know.
It's not going there. There's controversy. You have to pay David's paywall to get in there for those kind of secrets to be revealed. Wow. At 82, I wouldn't start there again. That area will take years before the infrastructure is back.
Mazzy, it's interesting you say that, because one of the comments I make about Bernie is Bernie reminds me of a guy who thinks he's going to live forever. There's nothing about him that speaks to I'm 82. I mean, he's like, very upbeat. I mean, I think having his business there, he said he feels grounded because he has that place. If he only had a house, I think, it would have been more devastating.
I love that. That sounds like one of the characters in Wizard of Oz. I could be doing something. I do be doing, but if I only
I went to the Sphere to see that, by the way, when I was in Vegas.
What, Wizard of Oz?
The Wizard of Oz, yes.
The Wiz, was it the Wiz? The Afro-American
no whizzing. A lot of wind.
Wiz.
There was a lot of wind and objects flying in the air in the Sphere. But
Kreiner, you son of a bitch, where have you been? Tuesdays at 4 Pacific, we're like clockwork here. Okay, Kreiner, I want to see you show up a little more often. You've been derelict.
Actually, it's a Clockwork Orange because your subtitles there are all orange. So
I say things going a little wacky. Okay. I'm in the StreamYard cellar. Rob, I got to get you out. Hang on, Rob. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were in the StreamYard cellar.
Yeah.
My computer's so tiny. I'm using Sue's tiny little girl-like computer. And believe me, Rob, it's just not up to the heavy lifting of intensive interneting the way I like to do it, the way you know how to do it. Welcome aboard.
Rachel, from what I understand, I don't know where Bernie lived.
Okay.
There's several different areas.
Yes.
They all have different issues. From what I understand, it's like a 7-year type of thing. So I think it's all new. They don't know what they're going through. They're still clearing out the shit. And we just have rain.
From what I'm understanding, Governor Newsom wants to create like poor people's housing and put them in Pacific Palisades.
Rachel?
Yes, Rob?
Your sources are almost always suspect.
Always suspect, a little suspect.
But it would be if they can't build anything for 7 years.
Yes.
Any plan he has, he won't be in office.
He'll be gone.
He'll be gone. So what really won't matter. Plus, what he doesn't fully dictate what happens.
No.
There's cities, there's counties, there's all sorts of stuff. I just know that the insurance company will end up owning a lot of that property because Jim's brother, they were paid. They got money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, no one knows.
Rob, what hurts me, Rob, while you were backstage, we had Dave the pickup artist, and it just seemed like it was critical. I'm going to let you address it. It says, shout out to the Wax, which I thought was very positive.
Well, you know what?
I believe it started going downhill, I think.
I believe we can rebuild here if our foundation has Dave the pickup artist underneath it.
Holy smoke, a solid foundation. David, safe and sound Texas. David, have you ever encountered what's known as a troll in the vital community on your incredible show?
Very, very little. Very little.
Okay, leave it for Katie Porter to clean up.
Well, I don't think she'll be governor. She tried to run for Senate. She couldn't win there. So
it's difficult. Now, what do you think of the chances of a gruesome Newsom? Oh, damn it. I went all Republican. What do you think the chances of Gavin Newsom becoming our next president, Rob?
Well, he hasn't announced running for president.
Yeah.
Rachel.
Yeah.
You're Canadian. He won't be your president if he runs in his election.
Oh, no, hold on. Rob, you're not. I guess you haven't been reading the latest. Looks like we're well on our way to 51st statehood.
Yes.
Brother in arms, Rob, as my fellow American, I am so proud.
Rachel,
and I'm going to be moving as soon as I can to Muscle Beach.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
If it do become the 51st state, I'll do
like
I'm
Avatar, Rob, on my Jazz Bomb Avatar.
I'll select a bunch of people that should not be allowed in.
Okay, would I be on your short list for that, Rob?
Yes.
That's very hurtful. I'll just have to fight my way in anyway. David, you'll be so proud of me. My lovely American sister came. She's from Aspen, Colorado. And so we just drove her to the airport yesterday. She's back in Aspen now. Things are going great. I just love this. My kid sister, but she's smart. She got in early in the 90s, and she's been in the States ever since like 1990. She went in, got her citizenship, did the whole thing, and I could not be more proud of her. You know, Rob, it's like you when your folks came in through Ellis Island. Incredible, the great diaspora coming out of Ukraine and Poland, and there you were. At the dock, waving on America.
Yes, I was there.
I love that. Rob, I salute you.
I was holding two original copies of Buckingham Nicks.
Okay, this is interesting. We're going to trade Massey, liberal, for Sue and Rachel, 2 conservative Republican votes coming in. That's fantastic. Thank you, sorry, Massey.
Yeah, why don't you name us now?
Rob, you feel Massey would be happier in Canada?
The only real thing you could do. Oh, the only real thing you could do, Novice Nick, is name a sandwich after them. That's really all the power you have.
Actually, that would be very sweet, wouldn't it? Are you going to have our Rachel and Scusi?
Yeah, Rachel requested that the sandwich is made up of Vienna sausages.
Yeah. I love this. When Trump's ceasefire is exposed for the sham it is, you know what I'm happy about? 20 people got back. So if this thing falls apart, whatever, don't care. What I care about, we got people that were captive. And what a crime that none of the ladies that were captured survived. They were all unfortunate.
They're still waiting. There's still families waiting for the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they're dead bodies. They're waiting for the remains of the bodies. That's part 2. Yeah. But the 20 surviving hostages have been released. They are returned, and praise God for that. And God bless Donald John Trump for doing the heavy lifting. Okay, beautiful women always flock to Aspen. This is an interesting comment. What do you think about that, Rob? Any truth in it?
Like rich people go to Aspen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pricey.
From what I know, there's 2 classes of people in Aspen.
Okay, 2 classes.
There's the rich people, and then everyone that's there to service the rich people.
To service them, like you're a waitress at a cocktail bar.
Whatever you are. The other place that people go
hello, Mr. Richard Gere. Would you like another cup? Something like that, Rob.
Isn't it on what's the other place on the other side of the
Okay, hold on. I got a private message from Rob. It says he's here.
Yes.
I'm just reading that now.
Rachel, you look like you've just downed 2 bottles of cough syrup. Are you okay?
Rob, listen, it's Sue's computer. It does things to a gal. Okay.
Yeah, you lost 10 pounds with that camera, so that's good.
Oh, well, everything's
This seems weird. Do you like your son?
What?
Do you like your son?
I love my boy. I like him.
Why would you give him your hand-me-down computer?
He doesn't have one. Nonsense. It's a fine computer. What it doesn't do, Rob, because I'm streaming heavy. It can't grab a lot of links when I want to grab a whole bunch of tabs. It's great if you want to just surf the net or do what I'm doing here now with one or 2.
How old's the computer?
Yeah. The computer's like 3 years old.
Is it Windows based?
Yeah, it's an HP. It's a Hewlett Packard, and it's got an iCore 7 in it.
Is Hewlett Packard even in business anymore?
Yeah, it is. Hewlett Packard.
Did it have a solid state drive? Did it have a solid state drive in
it? Solid state drive, I believe.
Solid state disk drive, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, you have to have that.
Okay, powerful comment. I applaud Trump for getting this ceasefire. Now all they need to do is rebuild the Gaza. Acknowledge, that's going to happen. For sure, that's going to happen. I don't know about acknowledging Palestine. I think once we get Hamas out there and whatever guys they want to rebrand themselves out, once we got them, we'll find out. He has to stop invading. That's exactly what I voted for. We voted, David and I voted exactly for that. We're going to clean up Chicago. We're going to clean up Portland. We're getting rid of Antifa. Praise God, David. This is a glorious golden age for our beloved country, the United States of America. And by gum, I could not be more proud to be a Yankee Doodle dandy. Emphasis on daddy. Rob, obviously you share in my joy and celebration of Americana.
No.
Praise God.
No.
Not so much, Rob. Not so much.
The world I walk around in, I don't see any of the stuff you're talking about.
Loki, your work with lyrics is so beautiful. I respect it. I love it. So, David, what new record other than Buckingham Nicks has got you excited to be a record collector in 2025?
New record. That's
new record, 2025. You're collecting records. You go, I am excited to get this.
The one that I've really enjoyed the most in the last few months is the band The Freight from Boston, Adam Tiro. That's been a really good infusion album for me. Takes me back to the 70s. You're not going.
You're not going. That's my Bruce Stern. You're not going to hang me today, Governor. Did you ever see that Hang 'em High? And Bruce Stern's in there with the two cattle wrestling kids. It's very sad.
But didn't
cattle
Bruce
wrestling carries a stiff penalty if you're dealing with a hanging judge, right, Rob?
Didn't Bruce Stern play the same character in like 10 movies?
Well, he sure did, Rob. He was even like that in the science fiction classic Silent Running. Listen, Huey, you're not going to hang me, you little robot.
He was the good guy in Silent Running. I'm talking he played like a bad guy in 10 different Westerns. Same character.
Holy smokes, look at this. Trump derangement syndrome is a fallacy. The guy broke so many laws, a convicted felon. You spelled, what's her name, in Tish James wrong. You frickin' idiot. Holy smokes, I can't believe Maslow pushing that same old story. You guys are the idiots with your 52 service agents going, oh, it's Russia,
Rachel, whether you're right, whether you're right or wrong, Rachel, you're doing the exact.
Out of the ass. You're writing checks.
Whether
your rump can't.
Whether you are right or wrong, whether you are right or wrong, you're doing the exact same thing Mazzy is doing.
Right or wrong?
You really are.
Hold on. Full disclosure. Mazzy and I are very similar. We're like Hawk and Dove. I'm like Hawk, very warlike.
Yeah, but his computer.
He's
using a real computer. He's using a Macintosh.
He's got a Mac. It was striking how sad and deflated Trump looked this week, as if he knew there was something big coming for him, and yet there's nothing coming for him. So it's beautiful that way.
Oh, Rachel,
easy now. 27. Thank you,
Rachel,
easy. Yeah.
We all meet the same fate, Rachel. He will
exactly. You know, we're mortal at the end of the day. Yeah. That's why we work for Jews for Jesus, my favorite charity. And believe you me, we are working on Rob. Holy smokes.
I'm not even, Rachel, I'm not even a Jew for Jews.
What? Rob, come on, man. Be a Jew for Jews. I'm Team Israel all the way.
I'm not.
All right. Yeah, isn't this where Biden said, God bless? Leave Joe Biden out of it. Joe's fighting cancer. We wish him well. God bless Joe Biden, and Lord help him out with that. Cancer sucks. We don't want that. He broke countless laws, but time around, apparently the president is above the law. No one's above the law, Tish James. That's why we're coming for your criminal ass. And James Comey. And who's that little warmonger guy, David?
Stephen Miller?
The guy with the mustache. Who's that fucker?
Stephen Miller?
Him down too. Yeah. Who's that, Rob?
Stephen Miller. He's that warmonger.
Stephen Miller. That's the what, Rob? Stephen Miller's a good guy. We like him. Holy smokes. Okay, Dr. Rick, I did not realize how talented you are. We just love you. Congratulations. Absolutely.
Who's Dr. Rick?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Are you watching? Hold on. Novice Nick, are you watching the right
Dr.
stream?
Rick. Dr. Rick's our friend. He's the brother of David, Royce in the house. That's Royce in the house, kid brother Rick.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a guitar player and everything.
Does that make you smarter?
And even same question. You guys like it when I put my palm, my little fist here on the edge of my cheek, just to be a little, I don't know, reflective. David, we'll go with you first, then Rob, and I'm
trying to figure out if you stole those glasses from Diane Keaton at this point.
Oh, hey, hold on, rest her soul. We just lost her.
They reminded me of that.
Diane. We all loved her.
Hey, Angelo, can I mention what we're going to be doing?
Okay.
Or no? He's coming to LA for business reasons, Rachel.
Okay.
But I'm going to escort him on a little mini road trip. Am I still here? Can you hear me?
You are. I'm reading Loki's powerful comment of reflection.
Obviously, he does. Me and Angelo Kelly he's going to be sick of me after the amount of time we'll spend together.
Holy smokes. Somebody saw a Devo. How was the Devo show? Rochelle, Devo. Are we not men? I'm sure not.
I know they're touring with it's Devo,
yes,
Lena Lovitch, and the B-52s.
What do you think about this technical question from Herc? Oversampling is always a good thing, but those chips are ancient. David? Ancient ships.
No, I don't. I was not talking about any of that, Angelo. I'm talking about extra. What we're, you're looking for something in particular, and we have to go fetch it.
Okay, full disclosure. Angelo has requested I come down. I haven't done it before, but I'm a fast learner. I'm going to be mastering what's called a record. And I can't tell you because there's sliders and things you can move the buttons. I'm excited. I know Angelo, and it's going to be free expression. It's going to be kind of a Flexus thing. I know Mazzy's going to be wanting a copy. Okay, wow. This is very bitter. Right. I don't want this kind of comment.
From who?
Okay, hold on, Rob. Deal with this. This is not what I wanted.
Well, Rachel, based on the messages you sent me, I tried to force Mazzy to have a heart attack while I drove around LA. It didn't work.
It didn't work. You got to speed up and take it tight on the corners.
Yeah,
he's not as young as he used to be.
Rachel, I don't know about your car, but my car doesn't have an imaginary brake in the passenger seat.
Oh my
but he
God.
was hitting.
He was hitting it, huh?
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I've heard Rob will do most things except kissing. This is from Loki. His thoughts on your sexual appetites. Powerful comment.
Angelo strictly asked me to list all the best strip clubs in LA, and we're going to go visit each one.
That a boy. And no, in your part of the world, say you're at the whiskey, I assume there's strippers there. Rob, is it full nudity or is there some sort of G-string?
It's not in a strip club. Although I think down the street across Sunset there was a strip club there. But the whiskey's strictly a place to perform music.
Okay, this is kind of controversial. David, Rob Walker says, meeting Angelo was a highlight. Do you think meeting Angelo Kelly would be the highlight of your Den Bosch trip? For me, it would have to be meeting Michael, my good friend, Wundertag. We love Michael 45. Angelo is great and everything, but Michael 45, you're talking so many records, so many great videos, and a wall of records that you can even buy some content from and the like. So I think that would probably be bigger. David, your Den Bosch experience, who do you love?
Well, my big thing would be finding grails. I tend to go to those things for that, Okay. People have to be there. That's okay. They happen to be there, but.
You've rubbed shoulders with some of our best. Do you have any favorites? Did you find that Jason Rojas had slight, slender shoulders to rub against, or were they adequately sized for you to rub shoulders with?
They need to be broader to bear all the weight on them. That's for sure.
I think a little wider, a little broader. Wyoming Dave, welcome TV show. We are having a great show. We're talking recording studios, engineering, who's the best, who's got work to catch up, and who is past their best date of expiration. Some are saying it's Bernie. Has he still got what it takes in 2025 to put together a top sounding album? Rob, what your opinion on that? Then we'll go to David. Bernie Grumman, still in the ring, still with the fire in his eyes, or expired best.
I've gotten some reissues that he did in the last couple of years. It seemed fine to me.
Okay.
I mean, I've never met him.
Yes.
So I don't know if he's slow or whatever. I don't know that.
Hi, Nick Tronic. It's Rachel saying hello. Okay. We love you, Nick Tronic. Okay. So what do you think about this, David? Bernie, best date expired, still got a lot in the tank.
Well, I think he's got a lot in the tank, but he's going to focus on just certain things now going forward, I think, because his other team, Bellman and a few others, are there. So it's kind of a plan, I think, for him to move into remastering some favorites he has and not maybe taking on so much of the popular things that are going, except for a couple of key ones, because he's already been committed to certain relationships on those products, like Pink Floyd, for example.
Yeah, Floyd. We love the Floyd. Okay, David, your opinion on Octave Records recording studio. Octave Records.
I haven't been to it, so I did visit up there in Colorado, but I didn't go through the recording studio from that perspective. but I think it's solid from what I've seen video of, but I haven't actually gone through it.
Rob, are you familiar with Octave Records?
No.
I'm not either. David, what are they famous for? What's their claim to fame?
That's related to PS Audio.
Oh, okay. That's Paul.
Yeah.
Like, Paul runs that shop.
Yeah. So University of Vinyl would be visiting him.
This is my next question comes direct. It's hot off the press and it's taken from the inspiration of our peanut gallery. Massey, that was the time to make up with Chad. There was an opportunity. Massey goes, I was invited to a party event at WFMU, but there was going to be a problem. Could be in New York, and Chad probably has no idea I was invited. David, can you explain the falling out with Chad Kassem and Massey? Do you think Massey misplayed that? He could have done something better because you got all the ins. Massey doesn't have those ins at all.
Well, I call it the vinyl boxing match is what I call it, because it's all over the boxes. So STFU, as I call it, and that's not a university.
Yeah. It is interesting, Rob. You felt strongly that Massey was in the wrong, even though it seems he may have he may have lost the battle, but he won the war.
I don't feel I'm not on any side of that.
Okay, why not? Why aren't you shouldering it with Massey?
Hold on,
I'm on your side. Chad, you hear me? You listen to Massey, you son of a bitch.
I think the gist of that whole nonsense was me not having a good experience with a product Chad made.
You criticized the Bill Evans big box machine splits.
I didn't criticize anyone. And then
you criticized. You said you've got 22 records in there, and it seems split city. What the hell are you trying to get away with here, Kassem? And then he got all that. He said, "You bastard, racked."
I actually didn't have a seam split, Rachel.
Okay,
but I had since.
I think I threw that in there just to rile him up for views.
Hold on. I have since met Chad and hung out with Chad, and all's fine.
Do you have a picture of that occasion? Because he looks like a bit like he's a deer. The headlights, the thing, it's all there.
Yes.
Okay, I like this. Ariel Estevez says, shrinking the UHQRs. That was Massey. That was all Massey. You got Massey to thank for it. Again, he may have lost the battle, but won the war. Okay? And remember, kids, there's no such thing as a bad boy, and that includes Norman.
Oh, well, there is.
Okay, this is an interesting take. I haven't heard too much from this side. I wanted the boxes actually a little bigger.
Yeah, but
you don't hear that too often.
Yeah. Angela's talking about his underpants, not a box of record comes in.
Rob, you got a little problem. Right now, Dave and I are rejoicing in the greatest president of our lifetimes, creating peace in the Middle East, rescuing 20 live hostages. Phase 2, we're going to get the bodies back of those poor people that were slaughtered by Hamas. But now, Rob, we got this comment. I need you to take it on and tell me what this dear lady means.
I don't know what she means. You have to ask
her.
Rachel,
it's a new day, peace in the Middle East. And look, there's peace between you. Remember you and Dave and David. In the old days, you would come on pretty strong. You come on like gangbuster. David is very shy, quiet kid coming out of, the Texas, out of the panhandle there. And you, with your vibrant Muscle Beach moxie, would start going, oh, you don't know much about the muffs. And then David would get all hurt, and then you'd go, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, mister. And there would just be, you are a moron.
You know about muff, Rachel?
Yes. Those were very difficult times. But now there's peace between the two of you. I couldn't be happier, Rob. I'm giving you a promotion.
I'm still waiting for the dead bodies, Rachel.
Look, Rob's up top. Oh, there's dead bodies again. Okay, UHQR boxes are great for hiding beans in. Of course, Angela would want them to be bigger. Holy smokes. I remember that. There was a disclosure period of time with Kelly. He was spilling all the beans. We knew about the behind the scenes. We knew how Den Bosch actually works. Rob, any desire to do Den Bosch? Travel the ocean, head over there?
With the state of uncertainty on fees and all that, and no, not right now. I think the US of A is a fine place to go looking for records.
You got enough to go. David, you like to travel. You're all over the place, and your work carries you into all parts of the world.
It did.
Have you been to Rob's area, Muscle Beach? And were you ever tempted to rollerblade yourself and get a Walkman and get out there with the shorts and the headphones and stuff like Rob and the kids wear down there?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't far from there, but I didn't frequent
quite
it.
Get to the boardwalk. Okay, why do all the great jazz album covers have people that look like they're constipated on it? This is from James Farley. Rob,
Well,
I'll let you take
hold on.
on.
Why don't you send us a picture of you, James Farley? I have a feeling you look constipated.
Rob, that is hurtful. This is a legitimate question. He's just wondering. He's exaggerating, obviously.
Well, Rachel, a lot of album covers in general, people look constipated, don't they?
Really? I've never even thought.
Here,
that.
I'll just grab one.
Look great.
I'll grab one.
Okay, good. Let's just do a random. Okay, let's see.
Francois Hardy, doesn't she look?
That's Francois. Hold on. Uh-oh. That looks like somebody says, Francois, your burger is ready, dear. Put the guitar down. You'll get it. Your burger will get cold.
Rachel, this is the better way.
Oh dear. David, you sometimes grab a record and play around with it and go, I could just imagine what Yoko's saying here.
I could just imagine that Phil Hartman actually drew this. You know, that would be amazing.
That's one of the Phil album covers, Poco Legend.
You know what they say about that particular version of the record?
What do they say about that?
That's the hot stamper, the MoFi of the Pogo record.
Yeah, that's a hot stamper.
I can tell you this is probably one of the cheapest MoFis you can get used, and it blows the original. I mean, the original sounds really good, but this one is best.
Isn't that interesting? I got an OG, of that, and I have very limited mobile fidelity recordings. David, you were very kind in gifting me my Hall & Oates greatest hits. I treasure it. I had just the vanilla version of it, and it's a great sounding record. Yep. Holy smokes!
Yep.
That is a good sounding record, boys.
The original's an RL, so it's no slouch.
There you go, kids. Whoa. Okay, Rob. So what do you think? Are you in love with mobile fidelity, or did you beg off when all the controversy came?
I wasn't on it before, and I'm not on it after.
So it was a non-event for you.
No. Yeah, no.
Do you think my friend Michael 45 had an existential crisis with his own record collecting?
I own plenty of MoFi records, but I wasn't. Rachel, people act like I'm some sort of expert on vinyl collecting.
You are an expert, Rob.
No, I wouldn't.
You're my guru. You're my jazz guru.
Here's one record I'm an expert on, Rachel.
Okay, let's see it. Pooping vinyl?
Yes.
What the hell, Rob? Pooping vinyl? That sounds a good battle name. It may be available, friends.
I can tell you
that
I own many MoFis.
Yes.
But I'm not, the ones I have are fine for me.
Wow. Shane Roki is in the house. Shane, it's been a while. Good to see you. Have you got a wrench this time around? I'm not even watching our own TV show. Hang on, Roki. I got to just make sure you're here. Oh, my God. Okay, hang on. Let me see what's going on here. Cripple Creek, Carl, and now Shane's got his. Okay, you're all wrenched up. You're good to go. Okay, what do you think about this? Oh, yeah, I agree with this completely. Some collectors had massive MoFi breakdowns. It was sad to witness. David, did you feel you were kind of one of the first people to crack the code on the MoFi? You knew something was going on. You were one of the first people in my memory that broke the whole story on it. Let me know. And let's talk to Pibithal. He's just arrived. Here he is. Pibithal, I love you so dearly. You know, when I was a boy, you're my kind of guy. I would have said, God, I wish I could be manly like him, but ended up couldn't do it. And so I had to default into a whole sordid lifestyle called transsexualism. It's horrible. But anyway, welcome aboard, you manly guy. You're a rocker, Pibithal, through and through. Boy,
it's all my fault. Is that what you're saying?
You had your role to play. Let's admit, let's put the blame where it rests, Pibithal. Cap's following, we love you. Good to see you, Cap.
You didn't answer my question. Did you see the video of you at the Devo show?
Okay, now what? Now why am I at the Devo show?
Somebody posted a short. I don't know who it was. I should have found it. I think it's probably still out there. But there's somebody who comes up on stage to play percussion with Devo, and they look a lot like you.
Is it me?
No, it's not you. Did you?
But
Unless
it
you went.
looks a lot like
Did
me.
you go up? Did you go up on a Devo show and play percussion at some point?
Well, it depends how it went. Was this individual well received? If they were, that was me.
Let me see if I can find it in my history.
All right, let's see, and we'll go evaluate. PB Tell vinyl, PB Telling vinyl.
You left out an H, but that's okay.
For the love of God.
Whatever.
I can't believe Hall & Oates fell out over merchandising beige bags.
I heard they buried the hatchet, but they're never getting back together again.
Okay, David, is this true? Vinyl Richie is the one that broke the Mobile Fidelity story?
No.
I think Vinyl Richie.
I found it. Hold on.
Okay, here we go. This is
Esposito did.
Rachel's Ghost exclusive.
Vinyl Richie posted it. So hang on, let me go.
He posted that. Okay.
He posted it.
And did he claim it was me in there or something?
Hold on.
I hope the person's got bountiful bosom like me.
Here, I'll put it. Oh, there's the chat. I'm new to this.
That would be the new Rush drummer.
The new I've heard she's good apparently. I think it's a bit gimmicky, David, but I think it avoids the pressure of putting a guy in the seat thinking, oh, you're going to be the next Neil Peart kind of garbage.
Okay, I put it in the private chat, Rachel.
All right, let me click this open. Oh, okay, hold on. I love this. It's even titled Rachel's Ghost is Returned. Yeah. This is what's amazing about this clip. Okay, Rachel's Ghost is Returned is from playing with Devo. Okay, let's get the sound. Where's my sound? There we go. Hang on. Okay, here's Devo.
There you are in the back.
Is that me?
That's you.
Standing up.
Okay, that looks a bit like me. Okay, I can see that. I love the 3D glasses. So are we girls
that
here?
That could be you.
Are we all girls? Are we all girls here? Are we not girls?
I have no idea. This is really loud.
I really appreciate it. Thank you, Vinyl Richie, for thinking of us. I love him. He's a good guy. Let us see, Rich. Bill, I showed you. You just saw her. I'd say she was well received, quite frankly, fellas.
I thought she was a star of the show, but yeah.
I think so too. PB Thal, channels that you watch that you're admiring right now, because I'm saying some of my favorite channels, other than my live streams, you've got to be second best, okay? Maybe third after the Jazz Pumps. Well, then there's James. James Otis still does one. Maybe a little just behind James, but then you're right there. You're easily top 20. Top 20. I'm going to leave it at there, PB Thal. There's no doubt about it. You've got a regular crowd, friends that love music. By gum, you even get Bip Bop Boom, and he's loved universally. I love him too.
Was there a question in there somewhere? What was the
question? PB Tull is, I'm just saying we all have favorite channels.
You know, I'm not more of a channel specific person. I'm more of a subject specific person. If the subject interests me, then I'll go watch David's stuff if I'm interested. I'll go watch Rob's stuff if I'm interested. It just depends on the subject matter, not the channel itself. So that's how I would respond to that question.
PB Tull, I'm turning my next question over to Rob. We'll start with Rob. Rob, this is one of those heartfelt. This should be for the boomer scalper.
I don't even know who this person is. So how?
Well, it's Game Day Guru, loves this sport.
Rachel.
Yes.
I don't know the channel before they left the VC. I didn't know this person existed till now.
I'm not familiar with Game Day Guru either. So.
Game Day Guru is one of our most beloved vinyl community members.
I have a feeling it might be one of the morons who make.
Okay, you listen. It's not that at all. David, advice for a young boy. He's left the vinyl community. He's wanting to get back in. Do we have an open arms policy? I sure hope we do.
If he finds it a safe space, I guess it's fine.
Okay, safe space. Interesting angle. It's not one we often hear here in the vinyl community. Rachel plays with one hand. I sure do. Hey, PB Thal, here's an accolade, what we call an accolade, coming out from rock and roller David Don Lee. All the way.
I played the Venus Reaction single on Friday. It was very well received, as it should be, but you know.
Well, yeah, it rocks, man. It's a rock record, right?
Well,
and you're
it's
known
when you
as
have
one of
her
our
to do.
rockers.
It's
Well,
new.
how would you guide Rob? Rob is into more of a mundane, a milk toasty kind of. Oh, I like my pop, and I sure love my jazz artists. How would you introduce somebody like? Oh, I don't know. Oh God, let me think. Deep Purple. Let's go with Deep Purple or a Grand Funk. To someone like Rob, he's got a tin ear when it comes to that kind of music. How do we bring him in?
Deep Purple, you start with Machine Head, then Fireball, probably made in Japan, and then you can go into the Glenn Hughes era, the David Coverdale era.
What? That is incredible. Okay, hold on.
Grand Funk, I would start with the Red Album.
Yes.
And then probably go to Closer to Home, and then probably On Time. That would
be get the gold one, American Pants. Speaking of American Pants, we got a powerful message coming in for David, safe in South Texas. David, talk to me.
The dogs are barking. It's dinner time, so I have to say adioso.
Okay, we love you. Thank you so much
for being
here with us, David.
See you guys.
And, helping our little soiree out here. There he goes. I just love him.
Now it's just me and Rob. I gotta get. I should leave then. So.
Whoa! What's going on?
It's just Rob and you. So I mean, I don't want to be the third wheel.
Well, hold on, buddy. Let's wait a sec. We'll talk records you like and stuff. Boy, that Alice Cooper.
I want to talk records. I don't want to talk. I don't come here to talk records. I come here to talk shit. So.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Have you had any run-ins? Has anybody been over to your channel causing shit at all, PB Thal? And if not, what's going on? It seems to have ended. They don't do it as much anymore.
It's really, we had some like Scandinavian like penis pump people at my auction a couple weeks ago. So yeah,
Ramoga, I love the way you're thinking because I love Joe Mayo. Number one, me, Mr. Mayo. Number two, Mr. Cinemail, and number three, Mayo's Retired Life. All three great channels, all great gentlemen, and it's my pleasure anytime I'm lucky enough to get them up here on the show. I think I might make my return.
So I was at Antique Fair Sunday, and usually when I'm there, like when you come on, I'll walk through the Antique Fair and have you and your panel in the ears. And I have to admit the overabundance of Beatles talk left a little bit to be desired in my opinion. Other people like
Patrick, I sent you I found that sent you a record for your opinion on. I don't know if you responded to. It was that Led Zeppelin, right?
Oh, the floor?
Porky and George Paris on the same Dead Wax.
Those are always, you see those a lot. It's not uncommon.
But no, I meant sound wise.
Oh, it's as good as it gets.
Okay.
As long as like Pecco or Pecco Duck is on the second side. You should have Pecco Duck on the backside.
I picked this up the other day, and I think this is awesome. I picked it up to sell it, but I'm going to keep it. Do you know this one, Rachel?
This Alan Wilson new album. He doesn't like his electric guitar at first either. Yeah, that's a good one. Is that Electric Mud?
No, Electric Mud is the Muddy
Water. BB King.
It's the same backing band, Rotary Connection, which was sort of a psych pop band from Detroit that Minnie Riperton was part of.
Oh, so I love her.
Loving you.
Yeah, but I don't.
That is horrible.
When they packed
horrible
up,
music. Yes.
When they packed up Howling Wolf and Muddy Waters, she wasn't in it. But this is like a psych blues record.
Did they do a cover of "Having My Baby"?
Yes.
Yeah.
What a lovely way of saying how much you love me.
You love me, yes, I know.
Yeah, that's incredible. Paul Anka.
You're a woman in love, and you love what it's doing to you. Yes.
That is an incredible story of pregnancy, of love. Some people said that they were having a thing.
What are the odds of you popping out a kid there, Rachel? What are the...
Well, because of the miracle of modern science, PB Tall, my womb is probably twins at this point. I'm excited. My paps to rejoice in the birthing process. I'm excited, and I think a lot of gals such as myself get excited. But you know the old adage, you got to put a ring on it. Yes.
Didn't you give birth to Ampy like a couple of years ago? Wasn't that
AGK Vinyl Life?
No, Ampy. Remember Ampy? You remember?
Oh, Ampy.
Yes.
I had Ampy, didn't I? Yes. Hey, PB Thal, I got a guy interested in buying my budgie.
Okay, it's yours to do with what you wish.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love my budgie, but now with, what I'm doing here, this is unbelievable. It doesn't need budgie. This thing, it sounds so good. It's unfreaking
If you're happy
believable.
with what you've got, then what do
I
I
want
care?
you coming up from Texas, come up to Canada, 51st state, and you come and hang with me, and we will rock. I'll ply you with alcohol. God knows what could happen between us.
My favorite beer is Canadian.
All right. Well, then you're in the right place for that.
Yeah,
Rob,
although
do you have a favorite
it's a Quebec
Canadian
beer. The
Quebec beer? Well, we'll
Yes.
import it. Rob, do you have a favorite Canadian beer?
No, I mean Patrick likes Fin du Monde. That's a good beer.
Yes, yeah, I do. I love La Fin du Monde. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Okay, what do you guys think about this? Les Zeppelin show coming soon. All girl band. Have you heard about this? Les Zeppelin.
I'm assuming they're a tribute band. So.
Yeah, well, something like that.
I'm all for women rockers. It's all right.
Yeah. Have you ever had a tryst with a female rocker that we may know, Alanis Morissette or something like that?
No. Oh, the closest.
She'd write a song about you. If your relationship went sour, it would be all over the lyric sheet.
Probably the closest I ever came was
broke my heart.
Was Dawn Rice was Lady Godiva on the Glow Girls.
Oh, I like that. Canadians have some strong beers. The Canadien, Les Canadiens, that's kind of the French way of spelling it.
The problem these days is all the beers are owned by like 2 companies, Rachel.
Well, yeah, we got microbreweries, right? Microbreweries.
This is Unique Brew. It's called Unique Brew or Uni Brew, whatever you want to call it.
No, like the big Canadian beer is owned by the Japanese, isn't it?
Well, Blue Moon was owned by Coors now, so.
Okay, Led Zeppelin is apparently they're touring with AC/DC.
That's a good name.
That's
also
a
really good name.
Lesbian rock band. Rob, do you have, other than Tattoo, do you have a favorite lesbian rock group or duo or anything?
Was that L7 group lesbians?
L7. Let's pretend they were, because it's
Joan Jett's a lesbian, right?
Let's pretend that they're dead.
Yeah, that would be.
Joan Jett's lesbian, right?
Did you guys know Dusty Springfield was a same-sexer?
She's a lesbian.
Dusty Springfield. And you know what else about Dusty? She went out with the girl from Rough Trade, the Canadian rock band Rough Trade. My school, confidential. That's your kind of music, baby doll. You probably got that one. Rough Trade.
Not sung like that, it's not.
Well, the way I did is more accurate. It's like accurate to the spirit of the album.
The way you did it sucked. So yeah.
My school, confidential. Powerful.
Sorry, I'm ripping this Muse album somebody sent me.
Oh, and now is Muse overcooked? Do you think that there's a little too much hype on that Muse? You know, when they was doing Twilight, that's what the author of the Twilight, you know, the sparkly vampire, and there was a werewolf in it and whatnot. Did you get involved with Muse because of the Twilight TV series movie?
I've never seen Twilight.
Twilight's really good. It's about a boy and a girl and a vampire and a werewolf.
Aren't the books about the Mormon agenda?
They say they're coded, hard-coded for Mormons. I'm not too sure about that, Rob.
You know, I think I'm going to put together a montage of the voices and how you can tell what Rachel's going to do by the inflection in her voice, the amplitude, all that stuff, because there are definite clues to what's going to happen with how you're talking. So there's definitely, I can always, when you're going all in, I can just tell.
You know, it's crazy because it's like I'm not good at poker for that very reason. I'll be, and so that's the whole problem. Rachel was obsessed with the Twilight movies. I had them all. I watched them. They was really good. Sparkly Vampire. I read the books too. Let's not forget that, Andy. Angelo Kelly speaks for so many when he says, I miss Loki. Loki was good, but he's got so hurt and he's got his panties in such a tight wad right now. It's just choking out the very life from the boy.
So there is a question I want to ask. So was there actually a fallout between you and Chauncey?
Me and Chauncey?
Yeah.
Okay. Full disclosure. I looked at a picture. Somebody made the mistake of putting a picture up of him. and I noticed he had one lazy eye. And I kept focusing on. I said, "Oh my God, this guy's got a lazy eye."
Are you sure it was him?
I think he took it kind of personal when I
Are you
noticed
sure
the
it was him?
What?
Are you sure the picture was him?
I didn't share the picture.
I've hung out with Chauncey a bunch.
Yeah, have you
Yeah, me
noticed
too.
the
Yeah,
eye?
me too. So,
No,
It
no,
just
no.
wanders.
He doesn't have a lazy eye. I've not noticed a lazy eye.
Really? Okay.
I found Chauncey to be a super nice person, so
Yeah,
He
he's a
is a
nice
nice
person.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
he's a good boy. But remember, keep in
So,
mind,
so,
he's
so
a
do better,
liberal.
Rachel. Do better, Rachel, and make it right. Don't make fun of him because he's liberal. It's okay. You don't have to like make
I
up
don't
things by
particularly
calling him
find
liberal.
Chauncey a huge liberal person either.
Neither do
I
I.
think he's
So.
hugely liberal, and
No,
overly
Ray,
sensitive, like most of you
here's
liberals are.
here's the problem you have.
Okay,
Rachel.
hold on. Let's go to Rob here.
The way
Let's
you
get to the bottom of this.
I think the way you define people first is their political affiliation,
Yes.
and that's not how I define people.
How
If
do
you
you
can
do it, Rob?
tolerate,
How's
if you
your
tolerate
approach?
Mazzy and Harry, you can tolerate Chauncey. I mean, if you tolerate
I
Mazzy
mean,
and Harry,
I
those
don't
guys are like
find
flaming left.
unless people blabber it every 5 seconds like you, Rachel. I have no reason to not like someone because of their political affiliation. There's so many better reasons that people give.
Well, Rachel and the truth are oftentimes not copacetic.
Like I have tons of reasons to get Mazzy shit. Everyone here, yeah, everyone in the peanut gallery.
It could happen to anyone.
Like Paul, he deserves a lot of shit.
Yes.
The Breakfast King of Loyola, yes. So,
yeah, Breakfast King of Loyola. Hey, the Iron Maidens are a cool femme tribute band. The Iron Maidens, that's kind of cute. Holy smokes. I wonder if there could be a girl Beatle band. Do you think, Rob?
The Beatle Babes?
Ugh.
Beatle Babe. I'd love that. Can you imagine
Too
a whole
soon?
band of Beatle Babes?
Too soon? Okay.
Hey, were you involved with her at all, people thought? There were so many rumors floating around with that girl. There were so many rumors.
I didn't think you could do that. I didn't think you could do that with a straight face. I didn't think that would you'd make it all the way through with a straight face.
I couldn't.
You know,
that
Rachel,
was funny. Yeah,
I
Rob.
can honestly feel that I could safely say this about Patrick.
Okay, go.
He's allergic to stupid people. He has no tolerance for them.
No, zero tolerance. Well, he hates hypocrisy too. People thought you stand by my avowed vision of no bad boys.
Yeah, but Rachel, generally,
there's no such thing as a bad boy. Rachel, I think it's bringing healing to the vinyl community.
Wasn't Hitler a bad boy?
Rachel,
hey, Chauncey's one of the least political VCers I know. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Must be a lazy eye comment then.
He doesn't have one, Rachel. Rachel, generally,
that's what's interesting.
The people we come across here frequently are idiots.
Yes, true.
Not most of the supporters.
No,
but you seem to be a magnet for the morons.
That's not true. Bobby Gass has a wrench, so there you go. So
Bobby, I love Bobby. How's he doing?
Doing good.
Okay, good. I'm afraid that he had passed away or something. Tell him Rachel's doing well. Rachel says hi.
He did have a doctor tell him he had something. I'll find out tonight.
Don't pick on Chauncey. You troll him. That is an old term. I'm a bit of a floozy. Okay. Mazzy treats his records better. Rachel doesn't even clean me after use. That's true, Loki. I've got to do better that way. But it's okay. We're all family. We love records. We love rock and roll. We love the music. But boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, kids, this stereo, I was listening again. But you know what's happening? I'm becoming a bit of a live streamer. Go ahead there, Wax.
I have a feeling that when I hang out with Angelo Kelly, after it, he'll do another, like after he hung out with 45 and had tales to tell. I feel like he'll do that about me afterwards.
I fear that.
You're not controversial about Rob.
No,
not at all.
I could rub him the wrong way, I think.
I didn't drag King Bobby.
So?
Yeah, can I do my impression of Angelo Kelly after you hung out with me for a few
days?
I'm
kind of curious what would go down, Rob.
He was tall, spiting me just because of his height.
Right, because Angelo's not a tall guy. He's a short
Irish. You know what?
No, but he's standing next to Jim. He'll feel tall.
I learned something about Angelo Kelly.
Perspective.
I learned something about Angelo Kelly. If you gave me 1,000,000 guesses, I would never guess. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, I want to hear it. I think we all need to hear it, Rob.
He's a fan of the NBA. I would never ever guess.
What? Are you kidding
dude
me?
like
Well, I mean,
professional basketball.
Muggsy Bogues was short. He was.
Muggsy Bogues, and what was the other guy?
Oh, I know you're talking. Yeah, I know. I knew you're going to ask me that.
Carolina. What's his name?
Earl Watson? Is it Earl Watson? Earl Watson was pretty short.
Earl was like 6 feet, but he looked. Yeah, I mean, relatively short. What's his? Someone tell me the other short basketball player.
Who was it? It's Muggsy Bogues and the other
before
guy.
Muggsy Bogues.
Steve Nash.
Oh, the hell?
The Canadian kid.
This guy was under 5 foot something.
Oh, like a little midget type guy. I'm going to need high heels just to be able to shake Rob's hand.
Hey, Angelo, how tall is your son?
Good question.
He's coming with his son. I wonder how tall his son is.
Spud Webb is the other guy. Spud Webb.
Spud Webb. There. Thank you, Paul.
Spud Webb. Loki Tito. Spud Webb.
Spud Webb.
Okay, Rob is kind of a big deal. How are you going to make sure that you don't get tongue-tied and starstruck? Good question. Great question, Loki. Eric Burton.
Angelo, if you need some tips on how to deal with Rob and his entourage when you get ignored and Rob's entourage comes and just hangs around with him and you feel totally left out, I can give you some advice on how to deal with that because it happened to me like when I was.
Yeah, Renee, if you're still around, you can come up. We'll talk.
I coined a phrase for what I did to Patrick. I fan shamed him.
Okay, even Jim fans shamed me. Jim.
Well, I mean that's hurtful, but anyway, I got this for you, PB Tal. Do you know what the expression "cheap heat" means, PB Tal? This may be new for you. You're more of a ripper.
Yeah, I've watched enough alternate channels.
That's what. Okay, so cheap heat is when you get a record that's really good, but it's a low price, PB Tal.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten anything like that in your collection?
Hold on, Rachel.
I've done entire streams on that. So yeah.
And we're talking cheap heat. This is something you might want to tune in for.
Rachel, I think I was under the impression that when you say cheap heat, it was when you met Mazzy and what happened down here on you.
Holy smokes, Rob. That is what I call a sexual interest. I live in Ireland so that I don't get treated like a star. I get off on it. Okay.
Here, you want cheap heat? Here you go, right there.
Okay, let's take a look. Blues Brothers. Here we go.
The good record. Is this
from the movie, the soundtrack?
This is not the soundtrack. This is just the Blues
this?
Brothers album. This is the Blues Brothers.
Has it got Soul Man on it? That was their big hit, PB Tall.
I think so.
I think they
there's a Soul Man on it.
Didn't they have 3 or 4
record?
They also done I'm a King Bee.
Wasn't Rubber Biscuit a hit for them?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's my version of cheap heat. Within reaching.
This is cheap heat.
Hold on, let's take a look at what you got. Is that an Ellen DeGeneres?
No, this is that Daryl Hall record that Brian Eno produced.
That's crazy, Rob. He looks so much like a young Ellen DeGeneres in that picture.
There's 2 versions. I have both. Yeah. I'll send it to Patrick. He wants to rip it. I have
one. I have it.
But there's 2. There's the Robert Ludwig, which is hard to find. I have that, and the George Pires. So they're 2.
I think I have the Ludwig because I got it when I was in LA.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Patrick, what was going on? Were you involved? Were you having an acid flashback? What the hell possessed you? Patrick has given away a fucking Robert Ludwig Zep 2, the highly sought after last auction stream, and it sounded pretty clean. What's going on with that, PB Tall?
What's the question?
Well, the question is, why would you give away such a great record for nothing?
It had a skip in it.
What?
It had a skip.
Could you fix it with a toothpick, Patrick? Have you tried that old chestnut?
Yeah.
A lot of guys and gals know the way around record repair with just a toothpick. It works wonders. Rob and I have done
it. I have multiple toothpicks and all sorts of material here to do it. I was not able to. And, and also as somebody who's just here for the grifting, I thought.
Don't go down that road. Patrick, you're making that rookie mistake when people criticize you. You internalize the hurt. Then you go, Oh, I'm just a grifter. You're nothing of the sort. You're a kind, generous, sweet-loving heart of a Texan music lover.
I will tell you something else. I'm also not someone who doesn't realize that when you plug in a turntable into even if it's a mixer, that mixer has a phono preamp, and that phono preamp is changing the sound. So don't let people tell you that just because they plug their turntable into a mixer that it's not a phono preamp and it doesn't change the sound because hey.
Okay, this is a great question coming out what Rob's showing. Who's your favorite Flock of Seagulls member, guys?
I'll just
the bass player.
But I'll tell you this: don't sleep on this record. It's a great sounding.
I've got that record, Rob.
Yeah. What's the last song on side 2? It's what is it like a dun, 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 dun. No, not that one. Telecommunications great, and then Space Age Love Song is my favorite.
Space Age Love Song. They had a hit. That was a single.
Well, no, they had 2 hits on this, but Space Age Love Song, top 10 80s song for me.
Okay, and Frank's got a question. Was the skip on Whole Lot of Love, PB Tom?
I don't remember.
Hopefully it was on one of the lesser. Oh, I got squeeze a lemon down my leg. Oh, skip.
Well, speaking of lefties that don't come here anymore, the person who won it was TARDIS Rider. So yeah,
TARDIS fucking Rider.
You did a giveaway.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
Yeah, that TARDIS Rider. He's functionally retarded as far as I'm concerned, but I love him. I like him. I think he's a good guy. That cover art is not so great.
Not so great. Okay.
Wait, this is total 80s. What's wrong with it?
It's airbrushed, Angelo. There's some airbrushing there. You know who really lost the key to the plot? And PB, you got to agree with me on this. Was Judas Priest with everything was airbrushed. When they discovered the airbrush, all their albums got airbrushed. I think it was a colossal misstep. It dates the albums. They aren't timeless like Led Zeppelin albums.
Well, it's not as bad as cheap. It's not as bad as Cheap Trick, like where they put the two homely guys on the back and they put the 2 handsome guys on the front.
That was funny. That was funny.
Isn't there an even amount? Like a lot of the Judas Priest covers are no people on it. So how's it airbrushed?
Yeah, I mean, you've got Hellbent for Leather has no people.
Yeah, British Steel.
Stained Class has no people.
Yeah, a lot of their covers.
Hold on. British Steel is early in the catalog. I'm talking later, like I say.
Whoa. British Steel is not early in the catalog.
Patrick.
Well, BB Tall. What about the one with the little bird flying in? Then there's the one that's a tank, and the other one's a locomotive, and all this sort of shite.
Patrick, this is a Monarch pressing.
Yeah, that's a great record.
It's in my next auction, people, Saturday.
Yeah, that's a record that everyone should own. Everybody could enjoy that record.
Yeah,
one of those ones that everybody could enjoy.
Yeah, I tell you, but you know about what I'm talking about with Judas Priest with these album covers. They got a little, I don't know. I just think it was a step back.
So I'm trying to think of. I don't remember any Judas Priest album that had
big '80s albums had like
what are you saying here?
On them.
Hold on, I'm going to take BB Tell to task here. What?
I said I don't recall any Judas Priest records that had them on the front cover.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no. It's like it's all machinery and stuff.
So the only one I remember now, Unleashed in Me, it's a live album, has them on the front cover, and that was probably airbrushed. So yeah, but other than that, there's no other cover that has them on the. There's no other album that has them on the cover. None.
Do you know Rumors is a great album cover, and so is Fleetwood Mac self-titled. They're both great.
Patrick, I picked up a copy of Rumors that says Master by Capital. Do you know that one?
They were all done by Ken Perry. There should be a small little KP in there somewhere. All of them were done by Ken Perry.
Yeah, Master by Capital.
But there's only 2 copies that have Master by Capital.
I have a couple that had Master by Capital. So they were all done by Ken Perry. They were just pressed at Capital. They weren't mastered. Okay. Ken Perry did them all. So pretty much. He even did the Dutch white vinyl.
Do you have a favorite engineer, mastering engineer, PB Tall, that you go, I got to get?
No,
You're not an engineer loyalist?
No, I mean, because, everyone talks about, why do people care about mastering engineers? It's because, I always say because they're the last people that touch the record, so to speak. They're the last one. They're the last line of defense, And so so they're listed. You can see who they are. The recording engineer, the tape engineer, all that stuff. They're just as important or more important. The people who mix it, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't really talk about them because they're not listed there.
Why
Rob.
can't it be that it took this many years for people to make the correlation on why a record sounds good, right?
Good point, Rob.
No one cared about it.
Nope.
And then there was a good gap of at least 15 years where people really didn't buy vinyl. So it took all that time for people to figure out, why does this version sound better than that version?
It's not just mastering engineer. It's also like, what tapes did they get? Did they get the original tape? Did they get a copy tape? Did they get a cutting tape?
Yeah.
All that crap. There's lots of different variables.
But they come about because people started understanding about who the pressings were. They go, this is the best, like the Robert Ludwig.
Right, like Rachel, back in the time that you wish you were living,
yeah,
they would have pointed at you and said, which? And then they would have thrown you in the river.
Yes, they would.
If you floated.
Yeah.
But also there's a lot more information now. People can share information. You can look up information. People talk about it.
This is limiting of our PB Tal. You are a pressing plant loyalist.
But I'm not exclusive to those things. So, I'm open to listening from any plant. But if I have ones that I prefer, definitely. Columbia, Santa Maria, Monarch, that kind of stuff. They're ones that I
Hold on, Rob.
I dearly love and cherish.
Okay, now listen, PB you got bigger problems than I was even aware of. As I look over your shoulder, there's a very tiny little Buckingham Nicks album. You got ripped off. Yours is so tiny, it's not really worth the money. Oh, that is very small, PB What happened to your record that got it all little?
Wait, Rachel.
Yeah. Hold on, what's going on with Rob? Hold on, I want to see what Rob's doing.
Here's the church.
Oh.
Is that a legit?
Tinier.
Is that a legit cassette?
Guys, you guys are getting ripped off.
I've never seen a cassette of that. Now that's rare.
There you go.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do, all the big channels are doing shootouts of this record. So I'm going to shoot out the cassette.
Oh yeah. Perfect. I love it.
And make sure you don't use
throw your
hands,
you
don't use faders.
Into the little deck and push down on it with one finger. I love the whole thing.
This one is encoded with Dolby, I think.
Probably
it's pronounced doubly. I watched Spinal Tap. Doubly. There it is. It's in doubly.
Is it Canadian?
No, this is the US.
I saw Anthem. Anthem's a Canadian thing.
Rob, I hope you're not stealing contraband from Canada. Holy smoke. And all this pressing talk, but I believe that's where it came from, PB Thal, as people started digging in, finding out which is the good sounding ones. We got Tim, University of Vinyl, incredible channel, one of the great channels. And Tim knows how to go into the racks and just pull out a great sounding record that's just sitting there and is beautifully mastered from the get-go. And there are a number of gems out there like that Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. I got Uncle Charlie's Band or whatever the hell it is.
Well,
I have a sealed copy of that Nitty Gritty Dirt Band album.
That is such a beautifully recorded. That's the Tim University of Vinyl Touch. That's the one with Mr.
Bojangles?
University of Vinyl Touch.
Yeah, that's his touch. That's his technique.
Is it the one with Mr. Bojangles or the one with Coconut Grove?
It's got Mr. Bojangles on it, and it's also got, and this is one that'll break your heart, Rob. I know you're a sentimental slob. The House on Pooh Corner with Little Winnie the Pooh. And he just goes, Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do.
What's his face? Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins.
And Messina.
Yeah, Kenny Loggins and Messina. But the Nitty Gritties, they recorded it as well and did a bang-up job, I might add.
Rachel's lost her shit so bad.
Okay, Rob, can you make me a copy of that tape? Use the TDK high bias tape version of it. So he wants you to rip him one. Get into the world of rip.
You know, Rachel, talking about all these pressings and stuff. If only there was a site or a person who might have ripped different versions of these records and posted them somewhere over the last, I don't know, 15, 16 years. If only there was a place where you
Okay.
could go
Okay.
and actually go look at
This-
that stuff. But
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
sadly there is no place like that.
Now hold on. I would be remiss if I didn't point to our own beloved PB Tall, because you've got quite the rep, and I know people outside the vinyl community know who you are. Your reputation procedure. I think that's why Darko got a hold of you. I think that was raison d'etre for Danny Darko to get involved with it.
He heard I was on Zoom, which is why he wanted to.
You know what? I heard you on acid.
No,
I figured that's got to be good.
Do you remember the TV show Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a child star.
I was. Long before George Gordon on the Kool-Aid. I predated George Borden, Mr. Kool-Aid. So there you go.
Holy smoke. We love George. Remember we did
and
that?
I wish George well. I miss George. So I like George.
I miss George too. We all do. But George has got a new life.
Yeah.
He now goes by the name Gloria. He's a whole new guy.
Did he transition? Did he transition?
I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying it's a whole. Gloria is doing well, from what I understand.
I would be really, really, really surprised if he had transitioned that quickly. But you never know.
So? Well, it could happen overnight, people. You don't know.
Yes. I know.
Okay, Sacktown Ripper is a good name for an arena football club. I got to agree. The Sacktown Ripper, here they are, folks.
Yeah.
Did your heart crush and die a little bit when you first heard that expression of the Sacktown ripping?
No, I thought it was
inspired.
Low-level joke that is now funny because it's lasted so long. So now it's
lasted
taken on
longer than any of my channels, BB.
Now it's low-hanging fruit, and so yeah.
So now, okay, let's not besmirch. Let's talk about some of your greatest record acquisitions lately. What's happening, buddy? What are you into? Who are you hunting down? Do you go on a quest to go, I gotta get the latest Gilbert O'Sullivan? What are you doing with your hunt?
I went to the antique fair last week, and I found a lot of jazz of all things.
So, Rob, listen up. We got jazz in the house. Bill, we love you, Kreiner. Every Tuesday, 4 Pacific, Bill. Come on in and hang out with me. We'll get you up on the TV show like the good old days.
So here's a handful of what I got. Rob, I don't know anything about this stuff.
Look at this.
So this is Dexter Gordon with Junior Mance at Montreux.
Yeah, that's under $10 record.
The Columbia 6i of Friday Night Miles Davis in person.
Volume 1. Is it clean?
Oh yeah, it's super clean.
Yeah.
Wow.
$30 record.
This is a promo of McCoy Tyner Trident.
15, but that is a fucking excellent record.
And then there's one on. I like this. I just love this label. I don't know why, but this Solid State label. But this is
the Solid State is it's Liberty.
Yeah,
or it's MGM.
So,
like MGM.
There's a few more. Like I got that Sonny Rollins twofer, the Blue Note reissue series. This Prestige Moodsville. I think this one has a Van Gelder and the Dead Wax.
Hold on, I'll make it big.
That's a comp, but that's really good.
It's got Van Gelder and the Wetbacks. I think.
Is Green Label?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have that. That's great.
Yeah. So, and then there's this one. This is on the This was Pepper Adams and Donald Byrd. The Bethlehem Years, Stardust.
Yeah, it's like a 70s reissue. It's good.
See, here's the deal, Rob. PB's showing this stuff. You know every single one. You know all those albums. And you always go, oh, I don't know. I think you do, Rob. I think you're very knowledgeable. I really do.
Here's the problem. I'm an enthusiastic vinyl collector who's trying to learn. I consider myself someone who's learning.
So I've dug with Rob, and Rob sells himself short because he sit there and he'll go, look at you pulling this stuff from the rock section. Well, he's doing the exact same thing in the jazz section that I'm doing in the rock section. So his focus is not where.
It's changed. I'm learning. I'm going through the rock section, so I'm.
And
But I'm learning, and I'm learning
methodical.
about the jazz stuff. So I mean, it's like, you know, but I mean,
Rob
my
is a
focus.
guy. He'll grab a spot on the floor. He'll sit down and he'll grab the records out of the lowest column and he'll just go through them. He's tenacious.
Look, I look the way I communicate with Tim a lot, and I look like I learned from him. And same with Patrick. I always consider Patrick someone to learn from.
Yeah, if anybody actually wants to be serious, this is a great channel to check out. University of Vinyl, our good friend Tim, he runs it. He knows stuff. And he'll also point you in the direction of some really good pressing stuff like that. So really good.
And he knows his whiskey too, by the way.
Does he know? Is he a connoisseur? Have you drunk with him? Have you gone out for a drink?
No, but I hope to meet up with him when I go out there for Thanksgiving. So we have a tentative plan to hang out. So
Tim invited you for Thanksgiving. Way to go!
No,
you Americans get everything.
Wait,
I have family. I have family.
I hung out with Tim, and he does this trick at the bar. He goes
okay, hold on. Let's take a look and see what he does.
I'll take 2 fingers of whiskey, and then he goes like this, Rachel.
I get it. That's my kind of guy. I love that because you can be getting pretty pie-eyed if you keep that up for any length of time. So, okay. So for me,
one person you don't want to take record advice from is Jim. Jim doesn't give a shit about collecting. Jim just goes to like socialize. It's like Jim just sitting there. He's looking for Mac Davis records. So don't get your vinyl buying advice from Jim. Just saying.
Jim knows,
or your restaurant suggestions either.
Well, Jim knows shit, but he's more of an equipment person.
Yeah. He knows his Zap. He knows. Yeah.
But
he doesn't know.
Would you describe yourself as a gearhead?
BB
Tal, do you describe yourself as gearhead?
Not at all.
But you're so knowledgeable about it.
So what I know about phono preamps and I know about cartridges, but other than that, like amps and all that and speakers and all that shit, not my deal at all. Not even close. And I will gladly admit that. So I'm not. I know some people who are serious into their gearhead shit. Like Jim's a big gearhead. Although it's funny because like Rob told the story. It's like he had some preamp that sounded like shit, and I'm like going, why are you playing that? And he's like going, I don't know. I'm like going, dude.
Jim's
nobody wants to hear that their expensive shit sounds bad. So.
Well, I mean, generally it shouldn't, but it is harmony. You got to integrate the system parts of the various parts of your stereo system. They got to work in harmony
Every
together.
time I go over to his place, he's fiddled and moved things around. He's a constant. He's chasing. Jim is chasing a sound that I don't think exists.
That's a good way of putting it.
Rachel, do you know the Professor of Rock? What? Sponsored by Zenny Eyewear? I love the Professor of Rock. As a matter of fact, he does a shtick very similar to a young PB Thal when PB Thal started. And Professor Rock, I see the two very similar in their orientation towards, hey, rock and rollers, do you remember the Monkees? Let's go back and play the songs that hits of yesteryear. I love the Professor Rock. Professor Rock, we're going to try and get you on the Rachel's Ghost Show, the very best.
Rachel, I have a thing about that. I don't hate the Professor of Rock.
Okay.
But he has a problem. You go to watch his videos, and it takes him like 5 minutes to spit out what he wants to talk about.
Okay, but that's how he lures you in with his professional. PB does the same thing.
Get to the thing. Like he'll go.
Patrick does the same thing. Don't you watch Patrick? He'll go, hey, rock and rollers, have we got some great songs lined up on the old electronic devices today? He'll use terms like that to impress the kids. And then they'll go, oh, listen, you remember this one? Hey, rockers. And then they'll play it. And then he'll talk, whoa. That's great. Oh, and I couldn't help seeing you notice my glasses. Hey, cool cats. This is Zenny Eyewear. And Patrick will kind of slide a little commercial in there when he's doing a live stream.
Well, on that note, hey, rock and rollers, I got to go because I got a show tonight and I got to eat some food. So here you go.
Okay, before you go, look at this. Patrick, I got the record in the mail today. Thank you from Marty.
Sorry, Marty. It took me a while because I saw your payment and I wasn't, and I'm not familiar with your PayPal name. I just kind of glossed over your PayPal name because it doesn't sound anything like your YouTube name or your name. So
It's all.
So I won't disclose it, but yeah, I was like going, "What is that?" And oh shit, Marty has a record. So yeah, glad you got it.
I'm feeling good, feeling right. It's Saturday night. PB Thal's got to go. He's got to eat. He's got a big show tonight.
If you want to see how slim Rachel is, go look at that Devo video where she's jamming with Devo, like on YouTube. Go to Vinyl Richie's channel, and you can see Rachel jamming with Devo. So
yeah, I'll go. I should go over there and tell Richie because I don't watch much, but I'll go over and tell him I love him and say thanks.
Goodbye, everybody. See you.
Bye, Patrick.
And if you missed my show on Sunday, we did a tribute to Biosite LJ who passed away. So if you know
who passed away,
his name was LJ, but he had a channel called Biosite, more of a metal rock guy, but he was one of the original VC guys from like way back in the day. One of the first 10 VC guys. And
wow, well, it's very sad.
Unexpected passing away. Great guy. So so anyway. Have a good rest of your evening. God bless you, y'all. Bye.
Yeah, we love you, PB Thal. Always better when you show up. Thank you so much. PB Thal, everybody. Okay, we got this. Rob, you're going to have to do the heavy lifting now. PB Thal's gone. You've got to be my metal guru. You've got to be my gear guy. I'm learning about DAX. Pretty good with others here. Rob, DAX, tell us what you know, why we should get involved in the exciting world of digital audio converting. Let's go.
Calm down. I know nothing about DAX.
Okay.
This is the place you come to find out information.
This is where
you do have access to the internet.
We got an internet.
I'm sure you can find the answer you're looking for. Not here.
I find that DAX are really great if you've got if you're streaming stuff. Holy smokes. Then you want a good one. I've got a DX5 from Name Corporation, NAIM, and it's incredible. Cripple Creek Carl, Peebethal sent me a free Telefunken tube. Such a great guy. We love Peebethal.
Wait. Did he give you instructions on what to do with it?
Well, that would be good. Could be rude then. It could be a negative, Rob. Wex is a very nice man. Okay, here he is. Your favorite, my favorite, everyone's favorite. Praise God, he's here. We love him.
I just realized the key is wait an hour and a half until you get all this Trump crap out of your system and you kind of hit your wall and chill out.
Yeah. And does that work good for you, PB Thal?
Well, I'm not PB Thal.
Oh, I mean, hold on for a sec. Just a sec. I got to mirror you. I got confused. There we go. There you're Mazzy now.
I'm not PB Thal.
Yeah,
I'm here actually to show a record to Wax that I got today, and it's amazing.
You look great, by the way, Norman.
Thank you. I know Rob wants to wait till it gets cheap, but I did pre-order it. I did not get it free.
Okay.
But this Tone Poet, this 3 LP, Quebec, the Blue Note 45 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is he a French Canadian?
No, he's American.
Because with a name like Ike Quebec, you see where I'm going with
what that. We call, unless Trump makes it illegal, called an African American.
African American. I wouldn't worry too much about it. We've got a number of people of color. Of course, I'm a person of color that just love our beloved president, so no worries there. Norman.
You've listened to that already? No one cares.
Go ahead, Rob.
Mazzy, did you listen to that already?
I've listened to the first LP only. Yeah, not all three.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's very good. And I did get this that you got too.
Yeah, I got to listen to that.
Okay, hold on. What do we got
blues
here?
record. Now, Pink Anderson is the blues man.
Yes.
That Pink Floyd got Pink from the name when they took it from Pink Anderson.
Yeah, who's the other guy? Like Pink Anderson and Floyd. Who's Floyd?
Yeah, I totally.
By the way, which one's Pink?
Yeah, that was supposed to be my package, but it wasn't.
This is good, Rachel. You like the folk music?
Yeah, I do.
Folk blues. Yeah.
This is good. This sounds really good.
Yeah, folk blues is great. Blue Note. Bluesville. Looks like a Blue Note. Is that a division of Blue Note, Rob?
No, it's Prestige. It's craft.
It's craft. Did Rob tell you about our LA tour and our John Lennon?
I saw. You know what? I saw you with Batman
on Sunday here.
And the pictures, and Rob was in Joey's studio watching Joey. They're cutting the new album.
Yeah, I forgot.
And that's going great. And I saw the Massey pictures with Joey, and it looks like you guys, I'm up here in the Great White North, so I'm all envious. You guys are having the greatest time, having fun. And of course, we love Joey, right? So
do you know what Joey said to me? Don't tell Rachel this, but you're my favorite, Rob.
That's Rob, I knew that bastard. Callio, you're going down. I tell you, holy smokes.
Thank you, Chuck. Dagan, Dagan's the sweetest guy, nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm glad we finally got I think in the very beginning it was a little rocky introduction.
Well, because I introduced you to a daggone imposter.
But even right after I got back, I think he was a little suspect because I was hitting up on or we were joking up with the waitress in the bar, the waitress in the bar.
Yeah. She was pretty cute, though.
I don't remember exactly what she looked like, but she was funny as hell.
You know what? We said she was like an actress. She reminded us of an actress. That was
that's right. Which actress was it? Do you remember?
That I can't remember. Yeah. But Dagan, she was a cute little.
Remember that, Dagan?
Dagan, you remember what actress we said she looked like? She was loud. She
I agree with Chuck. That Bluesville series is.
So, Massey, you've done a hell of a lot of traveling this year.
It was a lot. Yeah.
Is there anywhere else you're planning on going?
Not this year. And I wish I had the wherewithal or to go to New York, because I would love to show up at that party that Chad is co-hosting with the PR people.
Here's my fear. Peter, Mad Music Vinyl, could show up. He's got a thing up at.
He wouldn't be invited. I don't know if he has any connection to that. I don't know anything about.
I think he might. He's in New York. He's a big player there. From what I understand.
Well then maybe he would be. This is a PR company that we get press releases from, and they do some of Chad's thing. I guess they're hosting something during that, and the PR people that I deal with invited me. And they said, Chad is, I didn't say, do you know my relationship with Chad? The thing is, the truth is, I tried to say in the comments earlier, when I was here earlier, is that I have no problem with Chad or Michael. You know that. They have the problem with me.
Correct.
So
I would
love to meet.
I have a problem.
I know.
Okay, Rob, hold on. What do you got a problem with? I never heard
would love to meet.
45, he tried to cancel me.
What? I never heard that. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah. You know what? I think actually I got caught up in that as collateral damage. I think on that because he wanted to talk to me. He was trying to get me to discard you, and I just couldn't do it.
Whatever is wrong with you, Rachel.
Yeah.
You are loyal and you know right from wrong.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have a lot of problems. Look, we all know that.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, your addiction to cherry flavored cough syrup.
Absolutely. And you know what? When you're part native, it comes so natural. You're out on the
streets. You call it firewater, don't you?
We call it cheap heat, Rob. You tell an Indian that it's cheap heat, we got a whole different thing going with that.
Yes.
Massey, you've gone through so many babes this year. You are now officially single. It's over between you and Coffee Julie. Why? What the hell happened? I was hopeful. I thought it was going to call us.
Rachel.
Hold on. A little bird stock. And
I introduced Massey to one of your favorite people, Rachel.
Are you telling me Delphina and Massey?
Yeah, they met each other.
Massey, Delphina's absolutely freaking gorgeous.
We met.
Holy shit, Maz.
We talked about this the other day, or we met.
She is gorgeous. I love
met her for an hour,
yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Pat's Radio. Rob's with me on the show today. Pat, can you try and be a little nicer to Rob? Rob's sharing musical knowledge today. Thank you, Pat. You know, not everybody in the vinyl community is going to get along, but by gum, I work hard. And I'm like Trump. I'm working so hard to bring peace in the vinyl community between disparate entities.
As I said, I give credit where credit's due. He really pushed Netanyahu against his wishes. Now, what Israel needs to do to repair their bullshit is get rid of Netanyahu and get some new president running their country. Same with us here. But he did a good job with this thing. So I'm not one of these people like I don't love everything Biden did. No. Biden did get an infrastructure bill.
Hey,
Biden did get an infrastructure bill.
You know what I'm upset about, Rachel?
Okay, Rob, here we go. Mazzy, listen to this. This concerns you. Go ahead, Rob.
An American won a Nobel Prize and no one is talking about it.
Okay, which one did we get?
A Palestinian American won the Nobel Prize for Science.
Oh, what did we invent?
I don't know. We sliced an atom or did
We're
something.
always
And
doing
I
something
think
with
a lot of
science.
the Nobel prizes, like some
Yeah,
like
but no one. Did you hear? As much as he wants that award, did you hear him congratulate a great American for winning the science prize?
No. And a lot of people out of UC California universities won Nobels as well this year.
Guys, do you think MIT overshadows anything that's going on in California? MIT, is that the one?
MIT is a great, educational place. It's great,
You know what I'm happy about? Whether the peace accord collapses or whatever, we got the 20 people out, the survivors, those that survived, we got them out of there. That is a hell of an accomplishment. And,
it is.
So that alone is worthy of incredible praise.
Absolutely. But
he worked his ass off.
But the world needs to help, or Israel or whoever, rebuild the Gaza area, because that place was decimated, man.
Yeah, but that's war. You've seen Dresden.
Yeah, but
it was,
it was
World War II.
It was
Have you seen Japan, Tokyo before the nukes? We're just talking the firebombing of Japan, B-29.
We helped.
War is hell. That's why John Lennon said, make love, not war.
Okay.
Give peace a chance.
But we contributed into the rebuilding of those countries in the past.
Well, comes a time. Give it a time. The war just ended Sunday.
And we need a Palestinian state.
Give us a week. Give us a week. We'll do it.
If there's no Palestinian state, all this bullshit will happen.
Well, hold on. Remember the Marshall Plan, right? Remember the Marshall Plan?
Yeah.
Okay, the rebuilding. It takes some time to initiate it.
I know it does.
And it takes a while for Germany to get
back.
But
you know how Americans are now. They don't want any money going elsewhere. They're already cutting funds for Americans here. We don't want to help the rest of the world. We're not part. We want to isolate ourselves. But then we get
America has always had. God bless Rachel and God bless Trump. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Captain Spaulding. But, here's the thing with America. America's always had a propensity, and Rob will back me up just by using the word propensity, towards isolationism. Hey. For the love of God, even World War II, America was saying we don't want to be involved. And then, of course, Pearl Harbor, and that changed everything.
I know people are probably joking, but Julie and I were never, we never dated.
Okay, hold on. This has confused so many people because of the obvious love.
He's one of my best friends. That's it.
Yeah, but come on, you're a guy, you're a stud. It's hard just to be friends with just a girl, just to be a pal.
Julie's one of my best friends.
Do you have a hard time with that, Rob? Can you be a friend with just a girl? I mean, it makes no sense. She's just going to talk about girdles and shit. You're uninterested in that. You got to have something else going, like, you're sure pretty.
She has to. I can be friends with a girl as long as she smells like the spring scent.
Isn't Rob's is somewhat of a friend with Delphina? I mean, you're right.
Well, they aren't. Hold on. It's more than that. They're in love. There's obviously
Rachel.
Anyway. That's obviously a component of it. It's perfectly normal. They're just human. Two crazy kids, two lost souls living in a Swiss ball. Year after year.
Okay, are you on meds or is this?
It's cough syrup.
You bastards! Don't judge inches for our poor drinking habits. We can't afford the best. Okay.
Rachel said, "I'll have 2 fingers, Sue."
That's absolutely right, Rob.
Yeah, Famunda.
Holy smokes! Anyway, it's so great to have Mazzy up here. So, Maz, how you doing? You're buying records, you're making videos, and you're traveling left, right, center. You're getting everywhere, seeing everybody. Must have been nice seeing Dylan again. Noble record.
It was great seeing Dylan again, and I'm glad I'm home for the duration of the year. I think so.
Yeah, well, and of course it gets worse for traveling too as the weather gets.
Well, I like it, but the LA thing was great, but it was like one night. It was 30 hours, and it was, Thursday I got up at 4 a.m. and I was up. Joey and I went to Mufo and Frank's on Hollywood Boulevard, and we were up till we were there till 10:30 or 11. And it's a long day,
Speaking of a long day, Mass, this is something Rob has brought to the internet. Wax, you were more fun when you were super mean to people on the Rachel show and made them cry. And then we got this. I like Rob better when he'd make the people drink their own tears.
Is that really John?
That is John, and that is also Captain Spaulding.
Now, Captain Spaulding, what's going on, dude? We don't know any information about you. It's been a long while.
That is hitting pretty close to home.
Did you have 3 ex-wives by now? It's been a while.
So, Mazzy, have you decided on Anthology, the route you're going to take, just a CD box, or ignore it altogether, buy maybe volume 4, a standalone? What are you going to do?
I think what I did is I pre-ordered the vinyl full box at Amazon, and I calendared myself. I calendared myself a week before, 5 days before. So if, because sometimes Amazon will have that price drop for 2 hours or a day, and then you'll get that low price. And I can always cancel if I don't want it. Also, I don't know yet. I'm not that excited, but to me, just getting the 4, I know all these people are happy they're doing the 4th alone, but to me, it's a new set. And the other one is fucking 30 years ago, so give me a break. I know people were.
Here's the deal. Okay, fair enough.
And it is a different. It's mastered differently, and there's going to be some differences. Maybe.
I think at some level, but it's because there are outtakes, and there's take track 1, take 2, take 3. Yeah. And so you don't need the fidelity on any of that stuff.
I get that. And
on with his old
and the CD,
scratchy paper recorder, that's good enough for me.
Right, and the CD is fine. The CD is fine for most people. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm not. I'm getting rid of my multiples and things like that. But
we got a final warning going out from Microsoft. By the way, breaking news: if you're running Windows 10, today is your last day of support for that operating system.
When was that released? Windows 10?
I don't know. Offhand, I can't tell you.
1927 or something?
Well, I would say like 5 years ago or something. We're into Windows 11 now. I mean, that's the latest.
Well, people who complain about that shit have to understand, when you're designing something, at some point it gets just bogged down if you have to make it work for everything past 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
At some point you have to make a better system. So unfortunately, that's the technology changes so fast.
Here's a guy, if you got questions about my favorite band and Massey's favorite band, the Beatles, this guy knows everything. Some of the tracks have been remixed, which is kind of nice and interesting to play, but it's a novelty. I mean, the whole thing's kind of, it's outside of the Beatles canon, if you will, of the 13 albums.
Apple does give the OS for free, but after a while, this is the first time my downstairs desktop, which I don't use anymore, it's almost obsolete because I've had it since 2013 or 2014, and so I use my laptop. It's only 3 years old. So
Windows has never really worked 100% any version. I'll tell you one thing. I've got an old laptop, not the one I'm on right here, but I got another one, and I put what do they call it? Linux Puppy on it. It's a kind of a stripped down version of Linux. And that old computer can run that program without overheating or doing anything. It doesn't have to live. Windows is a resource-hungry monster. So if you want something a little more streamlined, Linux is the way to go.
Which Windows? I'm not a Windows or a Mac or a Microsoft person. So which Windows was it where Microsoft paid the Stone $6 million to use Start Me Up? Which Windows was that?
Oh boy.
Was that Windows 95?
98. I think it was Windows 98.
I don't know.
95. You know who was with 95? They bundled Weezer with it, Buddy Holly.
Oh, but I remember Start Me Up. They got $6 million for that.
Yeah.
And then Apple paid Apple paid them a lot too for when they came out with the Color Mac. She's colors.
Oh, I love those colored Macs.
She's like a rainbow.
Yeah, and that was a brilliant campaign and brilliant marketing on Apple's part because they looked so nice. They were sharp looking. Now, here's the thing, Mass. What do you think about when the Beatles went commercial with Revolution for Nike? I like that. But I did kind of go,
that was
Rachel, I'm gonna
Rob, you got to go?
I don't gotta go, but I gotta go.
Okay, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wax. He's one of our best, and we sure love him. He's growing a few inches since we last saw him. So he's still growing. He's a growing concern. Down there where it counts, you seniors know what we mean. Have a good night, Rob. Thanks for being here. We're going to be here for 20 more minutes, and then we'll bag off and call it a good day. But right now we're talking the Beatles marketing revolution.
But the revolution, I don't remember the story of that, because that sort of slipped. I hate to say slipped by, but they had it pulled right away. So I think they're publishing.
Really?
They didn't allow it. The actual Apple Beatles.
I saw it. I mean,
I know it was out there
for a while.
It was out there for days, or maybe a week, and then it was pulled. And I think I don't remember all the details, but they wouldn't allow it. And it might have been their publishing or maybe the American label. I don't remember all the details.
I would pay Apple to get that stupid Bono album, U2 album, bundled with the Apple. I took it out finally, it came back. And you know what happened? Why that happened, Mass? It happened because Michael Jackson bought the Beatles catalog.
Right,
so
but I think the mistake there was he owned the publishing, but he didn't own the recordings. So someone thought they were able to do that, which is amazing in a modern age that they thought they could do that. So it wasn't up there long.
AOL, holy smokes.
Now the solo people would give away. I mean, McCartney did that song for Apple that, from Everybody's Up Tonight, where he plays the ukulele. What's it called? That was in the Apple commercials for the iPod.
Yeah. Apple had some great marketing. I'm great with my iPhone. I love my iPhone. But for computers for back in the day, especially for gaming, Mac was like Sony. Better picture, smaller, more compact, performance-wise, outdid VHS, but they were proprietary. And in becoming proprietary, they had fewer games to choose from when you were out at the record store. Or at the games, you'd see all the cassettes, all the toys, cartridges, and then you'd see maybe 20 for the Mac section, and then there was like 200 for the PC. Yeah. You go, well, this is stupid. I want to get all the access.
Ad campaign Apple ever did was the Think Different campaign with posters of Einstein and John and Yoko and Gandhi, and it just said Apple Think Different, and that was it. No products, nothing. It was a great campaign. Dance Tonight, that's the song.
Rach, are you going to get a gaming laptop? I've had it. I've been a gamer in times past. I've got a PlayStation 5. So I do my gaming there. I don't really on the PC. I would do flight sims or first-person shooter, and I just don't have the time for it or the inclination really for it. Although every now and then I do get tempted to take an airplane out and shoot the hell out of something. But no, I do genealogy on here. And in fact, I got to check up on Norman. His great Massey's here because he got a close second cousin DNA match. Massey's people were so new to North America. Like his grandmother was born overseas. She wasn't born in the U.S. She came in out of the Ukraine is where she came. So, or Hungary. You got Hungary.
I wonder if she came illegally.
Yeah. Rachel, are you going to do a makeup outreach to everyone you heard over the week? No, because I have 0 fucks to give. And
what did you heard over the weekend? You heard people over the weekend?
I don't keep track. Yeah, I can't keep up with all that. I'm done with Windows. I'm buying a Mac. Well, you can also get the Linux system streamlined. It's great.
Get a Mac. Planned obsolescence is kind of a bullshit thing. The way technology is so fast. I do agree, though. Apple, every once in a while, every few years they've changed. For a while, they changed their USB-C, and you have to get the adapters. That's bullshit, but they find it's a better system. The problem is, my old iPad and my earplugs have a different charging than my iPhone because that has the new.
Yeah, the compatibility issues where
you can get an adapter. It's a pain. It's a pain. Yeah. But I tell you, the stuff works seamlessly as far as I'm concerned. So
it's very cool, ladies and gentlemen. Not everybody knows this, but Massey was good friends with Leo Laporte, who was part of the G4 television. He had his own program there. He was with that frickin' Morgan, that hot brunette. He was with her. Morgan Webb.
Their studio used to be across the street from my office, and I met all of them. Soledad O'Brien was there then.
Yeah, she was. Can you imagine? She was in that little tech show.
Yeah, we were all like on the block. Yeah, we were working together.
A lot of people quit Patreon, Massey. I'm worried Friday's voyage will really be on a ghost ship. Finally, we'll see.
I don't know anything about that, Cookie.
That's just my Patreon mess. Apple's 1984 ad campaign was very powerful. Yeah, Big Brother with the
they only
IBM.
showed that commercial once and ever, and it's only broadcast once at the Super Bowl.
What, the Big Brother one?
Yep. Everybody saw
I
it later
remember that commercial. I thought it was replayed over and over. I saw it where the kids run in and they throw the ham. Yeah. She throws the ham.
It was shown on different things, and then eventually when YouTube came out, it's up there and stuff. But it was shown only once.
Because I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Commodore 64. I had a Commodore 64C is when I came on. My buddy had an Apple IIe, which is great improvement over the 2C. A little more processing power. Great for gaming back in the day, though. Frank, don't do it. My wife just got the new Super Pro Max iPhone, 1 terabyte. It's nothing to write home about. The Pixel is way snappier.
Well, I use an iPhone 17 or no 16.
17, yeah.
I don't have the new one. I have the last one.
Yeah, but that's a good.
I don't have the Max. I don't want a big phone. Women seem to like the bigger one.
I like the camera because I like a lot of space on here.
I edit my videos on here. I shoot them on here. I don't do anything back. So.
Yeah, I think iPhones are a great product. They're pricey, but you get what you pay for, maybe.
Well, as much as I use it, it's like this is my tool,
Yeah, Birmingham has really got a lot of problems there. With the newcomers and their kind of representation, there's a lot of trouble. You could have died of dysentery. Holy smokes, that is just crazy. Max far improved my life. Steve likes them. And we'll get rid of the dysentery.
The thing is, it's virtually plug and play. Everything just kind of works. Now, I tell you, though, it was better when Steve Jobs was alive because I loved his mantra. His mantra, he would tell his engineers, I don't want anything done. I don't want anyone having to do anything on a Mac with more than 2 keystrokes. And they'd come to him, he goes, we can do this, but it's 3.5 keystrokes or whatever. He goes, no, go back and do it again. And I don't think the guy after really kind of had that intensity. I mean, Steve Jobs obviously could be a real asshole.
But he was idiosyncratic.
I consider that a good asshole for that business. Kind of like Bill Graham, who produced all those great rock shows. He could be a real dick, but the shows were on time. They were great value for the shows. 3 bands. He mixed them up, and I appreciate people like that. So,
Breakfast King of Loyola asks a question. Herc, have you been downtown? The new Apple store.
What city is that he's talking about?
I don't know. Herc, where are you? Remind us again. And Herc goes, I hate Apple. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I've always had PCs with Windows. I've never owned a Mac either. I've been tempted on occasion, but I'm so familiar with the operating system, Windows and all that. I'm so, that's the way I've gone. I recently, because I had to, because on an old laptop, I had to use Linux. And the learning curve on that was nothing. It was just like riding a bike. It was no big deal. I suppose Mac would be the same way. The real selling point, going way back in Mac history, is they had icons, all the icons. So Mac users were the first people really start using icons, use a little picture to tell you what to do and all that.
And you never had a manual. You never had a manual. You didn't need a manual. You could look things up, but it's
downtown Detroit, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
holy smokes. There's a lot of way to customize your Mac, write scripts for it, etc. Yeah. I like open source. Like Microsoft got very proprietary, which is always a mistake. And Dr. Rick goes, Maslov is completely right about
that. Yeah, he is so, I mean, you could criticize a lot of things about him, definitely. And obviously made mistakes. I met him once at a half day at a photo shoot he was at. I mean, I barely talked to him a little bit, but he's an
cool.
intense guy. But he knows exactly what he wants, and he knew it. Didn't always get it
he's
right,
an
but most of the
entrepreneur
time he
and
did.
idea, nothing new. He innovated so well, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant
And
guy.
with him, it was form and function. Because I tell you, the thing about, in my opinion, Microsoft up until maybe the last 15, 20 years is ugly stuff as shit. And to me, the style is a part of it, design. That's why when he brought in Jonathan Ive, the British guy, the designer who did the Mac, the Bubble Macs, and then
those are great.
iPhones and the iPods and stuff. Design was amazing. Sometimes they got clunky and did something weird, like the lampshade iMac for a while with the white base was kind of weird, kind of wonky, but great stuff.
Yeah, very innovative. I mean, that was part of the draw. Certain things I don't think will ever take off the way they may have, like the Swatch or whatever it was, the Apple Watch, that kind of idea. Those VR headsets, other than our good friend AGK, I don't see too many people being thrilled with that. Or
I was actually surprised how. I don't have an Apple Watch. It's not for me, but I'm surprised how big the Apple Watch became. Huge.
Scott feels that Jobs was an asshole. Slave drove his engineers who did all the real innovating.
Yeah, but you need someone to
you need somebody at the helm.
I hate to say it like that, but they wouldn't have done it on their own or gone back to make it better each time if it wasn't for Steve Jobs. A lot of people say, okay, this is good enough. We got it. Let's do it. He goes, no. Yeah. So, he was an a-hole.
It's kind of like, when Hitachi came out with or JVC or whoever came out with the VHS, that they universalized that. So everything, it went to the masses. Everybody get one. Betamax was smaller, a better picture, superior product by Sony Corp, but they had proprietary control over it. And the same thing with Apple. Apple made the same mistake as Sony. They put out a great product, but they wouldn't allow people to clone it. It had to be, you got to buy only Sony. Yeah. You got to buy only Mac. And that became a problem.
And one thing, Steve Jobs.
That's why they only had 5% of the market.
Steve Jobs was never first, but he ends up doing better. The iPod was not the first, MP3 player. There was, what was it called? iRiver or whatever it was, and a few others. But he made it better design. He made it work seamlessly with iTunes. He made it better. Same with the phone. Same with the computer. He made it easier to use and more accessible for more people who hadn't jumped into computers. Yeah, they have a smaller market share, but he made it better. He waited and made it better.
See, here's the thing with Paul. I love Paul, and you're right about that. Paul's take charge because John was happy. John had a short vision. He wanted to go to the top. Where are we going, fellas? The poppermost, the toppermost, right? We're going to be the best. And they got that. They were the biggest band in the world. They did everything. And once that was achieved, a lot of the drive went out of Lennon. He did it. We done that. And Paul still had more to go. I want to do this. I want to keep giving. And Lennon just didn't have the drive McCartney did, in my opinion. But in terms of things, I love that scene in the Beatles documentary with the extended one, Maz, where Paul goes, you're the leader. You've always been a leader. He talks to John that way. Says, you're the guy. Without you, nothing moves. And Lennon, kind of poo-poos it a bit. Mazzy?
A couple things, a couple comments here. And I totally agree with all these critics. We're talking about Apple again, the computer. So Herc doesn't like why Apple doesn't play others well with others. Understand why not? Yeah. Part of it is because when you have to open source and do things and to make everything work, you water it down, and it doesn't quite work as well. Now, where Microsoft opened up to everyone, that's why it's so clunky in a lot of ways. That's one thing. In terms of why the Mac doesn't come with touchscreen, I don't know, obviously. But to me, I have no interest in touching my Mac screen. That's what my iPad does. And if I want that, I'll use my iPad. I have no interest in putting my paws over my screen.
Well,
but I don't know the answer to that. I know Windows has that, or some of the companies have that. And maybe like this thing they're going to come out with, I don't know if it's Apple, but this whole idea of a folding screen phone, that has no appeal to me. Like it's a bigger screen, but it folds kind of digitally. Have you seen those? I think maybe Samsung has it already. Apple will probably do it later, maybe, but that just seems like a weird thing.
Here's the deal. Artificial intelligence is the future, right? We all know that. So I kind of envision, like, I'm using AI to work with my genealogy, and it's really fascinating how it all works. But, you know, eventually you just talk to your computer. Hey, computer, I need you to do this, get this. Tell me about this. And it'll just talk back at you right away.
You know,
that's where it's headed.
Michael Chavez, Apple did allow clones for a short time, but that was when Steve Jobs had left. When he came back, he stopped that. The problem is you can't control your software with these other machines. And good or bad, you know, if the company controls everything, it works better. Now, Apple's fucked up, definitely, and I'm not an all fanboy, all in, but most of the time, where I used to give it 100% of my love, I give it maybe 80% of my love now. I think there's things I don't like about it, but I still like it better than anything else that I've tried. You know, even the Apple TV is a great idea. I know there are things like Fire Stick and the Amazon things, but the Apple TV is brilliant.
Yeah, I really see the future being AI going all the way, where you can just describe, do, talk, voice it, and it'll create it for you. And it's going to be showing up in video games, so you can create your own game. And it's really quite interesting, at least this part, kind of a honeymoon period with artificial intelligence before it ends up going Skynet on our asses.
Well, it's like this. And, hey, Siri, what's Rachel doing right now?
Interesting.
She didn't talk to me this time, but it says, I found 9 matches for Rachel contacts, but none of them share their location with you to find.
Okay, I don't know why this is one of our troll accounts. Can Mazzy finally admit Beatles Fest Chicago was a major flop with Joe Mayo there?
Well, Joe Mayo
I don't think Joe was there this time.
I think he meant without Joe Mayo. I mean,
without Joe,
It wasn't a flop. It was fun, but it wasn't as big as 20 years ago or even 10 years ago, the big anniversary show. A lot of people who used to speak, who are great, interesting people, are dead.
Yeah.
I had a good time, so that's all that matters. I had a good time.
Yeah, Deason was great, and having Jennifer Boyd come over to the table to say hi, that was high stuff.
I had some great people. I met
Peter Asher floating around.
Old friends.
Yeah,
I didn't meet Mayo. Mayo was not there. Maybe you meant to say without Mayo.
I think you meant without Joe, yeah.
I met Beatley Tone, and I met the Two Legs guys. You know,
back in the mid-90s, PowerPC made an Apple clone. They were really good, too good, actually. Apple pulled the plug.
Yeah, they did it for a while. When that other
guy...
Well,
that's why. If you go proprietary, you're always going to choke, and you're not going to have the same software written for it because it's all proprietary. So, you know, you want to go where where more fish are. You're going to code.
As I said before, music in the house, Apple is always slower than everyone else, but they wait till they usually get it right. So, you know, and I think they're behind the curve in AI, I guess, but I don't give a shit. I don't use AIs. I guess I do indirectly, but
very cool, Frank. And you know your stuff. So I hope Peter enjoyed his time with you.
I met Sticker Mania too there. Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, a super good guy. Frank has been so generous, so kind. Mazzy, you're like yourself. Mazzy, you're a very generous fella. But Frank's been great too. And we just love Frank here. Folks, if you're a Beatles fan, you love Beatles gear, you love the records, you like memorabilia, Mr. Sticker Mania is the very best channel for that. If you're looking to buy some stuff or looking for that hard to find Beatles album, no promises, but you are more than likely able to find it through Frank. That guy has had more Butcher albums go through his hands than anybody I know. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing.
That's a question I don't really care about. Who will lead the AI race? I don't give a shit personally. I'm on the other side.
It's interesting. I mean, the companies are all going to be pursuing it for it, but it only becomes interesting when it's the West versus East, like China. We want America to win that race, no doubt.
But we have to invest in science, and they're cutting those kind of funds from universities.
They aren't cutting the funds
to
science.
They're cutting funds from universities.
They're cutting social. No.
Fact.
Wrong.
No,
fact
no
is
No,
They're
give
cutting
back
the
of
social
facts.
programs. They aren't cutting
They're
science
cutting,
programs.
they're cutting
Where there's
science
money to be
investments.
made, we
The
want
major
it. We want
universities,
research and
the
development.
Harvards, the UCs, the
No,
Stanford.
that wrong.
No, wrong.
Wrong.
You're,
Your women's studies, Massey. They're canceling women's
they're
studies.
not.
Deal with it.
There's a lot beyond
Final
that.
word for Massey,
And
then we'll
why
roll
cut
out.
those?
Go ahead,
And why
Massey.
cut those things? Fuck off. Wrong facts.
All right, good for you, Maz. We love you. Hey, Massey just sold me a Mendev's brick from John Lennon's home.
Yeah, I'm
so you got rid of your brick, Maz.
I'm weeding out my collection. Yes.
Are you a little bit? A little bit?
Yeah, things I don't need now, and I'd rather do them now so my son doesn't have to deal with stuff.
Yeah, and you've
not that I'm going anywhere anytime soon.
No, he's not leaving us.
No, but there are certain things. So,
King of Loyola, it depends on the kind of science. If you're talking for that virus thing, I want that cut. He's been brainwashed, Rach. He's beyond help. That's all right. He's our guy. We love him.
They're cutting science programs and health programs and investment in
That's
science.
not. Yeah, we're talking physics, science, rocket science, Elon, Space Force, incredible. We love it.
What you guys like to do is say, okay, they cut this thing because they're showing how a frog or a mouse works on a treadmill, but that scientific study leads to find out for certain things.
When it becomes a human, what kind of dress it will wear as a trans mouse. No, okay, everybody. We love the science. We love Massey. Massey, thanks so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen,
good night, you fucktard.
Holy smoke. I can't believe it. Where the hell's my, I can't even put a link in for my thing. I got Discogs. I don't even have my Patreon. Anyway, you can support me on Patreon. Look, just go to my channel. You'll see all the info. Thank you, Mazzy, and thanks everybody for watching today. Good show. Rob was great. PB Thal. We love it. All right, everybody. Bye for now. Fauci is the sign. Oh boy, here we go. Bye, everybody. We love you. MAGA.